which I imagine will very much be also falling to the corruption of the Draconians, no? Since they kind of live in those somewhat tainted waters. They kind of do, no? A sleeper. Who would have foreseen it? Yeah, I just like it when they sometimes have like these larger areas where you can just go explore a bit more. But like not too large so you don't get like completely lost or like, yeah, I wanna go like the wrong way first, right? To not to like explore, right? Surprised to see this guy.
What a curious sight.
Spirits move about you, many at peace, but others screech for vengeance. You're in the spring wind, a bringer of change? What are you going on about? Our land is rife with the remnant of past conflicts, the ruin we stand in, which is not a grisly reminder of the wars of old. Those brave heroes have lost lives in defense of Asterkarn. But many never received the proper burial rites. Their spirits now languish where they fell, becoming bitter and twisted. I hope to deliver them beyond the veil, but I see that the dead have reclaimed remains and now roam as whites. I could deal with them for you. Yeah. I put an end to the heroes of Asterkarn. Yeah, I'm surprised to see the Kurnish people this far out here, you know, since they are forbidden from coming here, no? I guess it's the Dreadwaste proper, right? It's just the ruins of Asterkarn outside. But surprised nonetheless. And as always, you know, we'll have to deal with the many undead, which as we know, not that good in terms of dealing with. You know, not the best of matchup. Asterkarn burns. Memories, scouts in you. These recollect last days of Asterkarn. They came at night, bringing weapons cold and burning pitch. I woke to the sounds of screaming outside. Volgar and all others bare arms, and took the fans while I helped the elders and children flee. When the last of the children was accounted for, I returned to the village. The sounds of battle were drowned out by the heart-wrenching cacophony of blazes. The roaring moments that took generations to build. I wait for a sign of Volgar, but exhaustion has taken its toll, cause in the morning, very little remain. Oh, my walk the streets coated in a thick layer of ash, with caution expeding, blood-bound to emerge from around the fallen column. A stone foundation, I had choked in the smoke and gagged in the stink burned meat as I searched for what was left. They were everywhere. Fallen, where they had died, I was expecting to be stung up, hanging from. The bodies were mutilated, bled dry, so were hung upside down by their legs, throat slit. As I found Volgar strung up, pale and bloodless. His dozen wounds told me everything. He died. In my heart he fought to the end and was long dead. I hung him up there. Volgar was among countless men and women. It seemed not to matter. They were all bled dry. I was alone among the countless dead, and I knew the time was short. I cut down Volgar. He fell so light, with his body devoid of life, and buried him. River where he often sparred. Wrenched my heart to leave. Made worse than death, but the bloody banners now hanging. Volgar's stand made it very clear that the enemy has not gone far. Yeah, so basically the Bloodbound took this place. Yeah, if they've burned it all down, destroyed it all, turned it all to ash, and now also corrupted it as the little cherry on top, as dogs, the bloodhounds, you know, the grim dog returns. Grim dog. Not Popper's build, just an actual Popper instead. And we get a bunch of goodies again! Did you find a secret faction? I did not even know there was a secret faction. I guess that's what makes it secret, no? Let's see, prismatic shield, blah blah blah. No, don't really care. Don't really care. I'm just kinda going for the story here.
I can't do that yet.
Ruins of Otakuna. How you doing, Fabrice? How you doing? I'm surprised. Like it looks like we're almost like more than halfway through here. By the seams of it. Like I don't know if it's actually the fact, but you know, going off of the map, it's oh shit, man. It kind of feels like it. Right. I know there's also like that one other place we couldn't go through because of an ice barrier. So maybe that's where they are. I suppose, but do you want the location? No. 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 Absolutely not. Maybe if I was to look for them. Again, I didn't even know there was one, so preferably we don't even talk about them at this point anymore. Preferably not even. No, I'm just going for the story here right now. If I come across them, I come across them. If not, then I don't. You know? Because you already missed. But be so, shush it right now, I swear. Like, genuinely, don't do this. Don't do this, okay? Don't do this. Like, I'm not asking for it whatsoever. Shush. Did you know that it is answer massive spoiler? Yeah, like, don't do that. Like, what? And like you don't need to tell me I already missed it. Like, it's yeah, cool, whatever. Like, over for me then. I would have preferred that maybe earlier, you know, before you started this. Like, you know, maybe. Pro tip, you know, maybe ask, hey, how far are you? Like, you know, kind of like gauge. Oh, what have you done? You know, like, you know, have you done maybe this quest here? You know, eyeball emoji. You know, like looking at you. You know, maybe not. Like, oh, I didn't find a secret faction because I missed it. No, that's not how you do it, man. Come on, have some tact. Like, appreciate you stopping by and all that, right? Like, absolutely. But please do not spoil me. I hate those things. Like, I really despise spoilers. It's like yesterday when Sun spoiled me about Quasimodo as well, probably accidentally, but like, I was still like, man, guys. Yeah, Mrs. Bonus really look good on Honda Civic, I guess. I suppose so, right? But yeah, like, we can't talk about the DLC and all the stuff that happened until now, you know? As long as, you know, again, no spoiler stuff, I suppose. Man. What I expected there. But, as I said, if we happen across it, we happen across it. It's really whatever. So, huh? Well, it's the Blood Rulers. How you doing, Plas? How you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing all good. You have an elk. Have another elk. That it will nag you. Almost that faction. It is good, etc. Wait, so you said it for me to be nagged by it? Why? Why though? Alright. I mean, no, it's not really nagging me. I'm more upset about the fact that you decided to tell me to begin with, really. It's... I'm not gonna lose my marbles over... My god, I have to explore every little nook and cranny once again. I have to turn every stone over tenfold. My god. No, not really. Oh, quest thing there. The older family shield. Oh, is that the... I see where I am here. I see where I am. Yeah. I'll tell you when you finish the game. So how about you just don't tell me and tell me when I actually ask for it? It's like, it's not rocket science. I ask, you may answer it then, you know? But like, just if I'm not asking for it, if it's unsolicited, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You know, don't do it. If maybe I ask at the end of the game, cool. But don't be like, okay, now that you're done with the game, go to this location because there's the secret faction. I asked for it, it'll be fine. You know? Yeah. Pew Pew, how are you doing, by the way? Hello. Shard of Asterkarn. Very lovely, very cool looking, very useless to me. I'm not in ice build, sadly. Otherwise, I would be all over that thing. You know, my speculation for someone who knows nothing about the game you're playing? Yeah, you can speculate as long as it's not an outright, you know, like, spoiler. Like, if you know nothing, then I guess the only spoiler would be, like, you speculating correctly, I guess, right? But I do mind just getting actual spoilers, you know what I mean? For me playing something for the first time. I do mind that. That does upset me. It does upset me very much. So I would like not to experience that. If I ask for something, right, then view that as like, you know, the go, right? Like hell, go for it, right? But if I'm just kind of vibing, probably don't. You know, probably don't spoil me. You know, like it's not gonna have the reaction you might expect. Since I tend to be a little strict about those things, right? Like I think it was like a similar thing here with I mean, yeah, it was very much a thing like that with Fear and Hunger, for example. Like, to pull out a very, very extreme example, right? A very extreme example. I'm not saying this is anything like it. By no means, right? But Fear and Hunger was probably the shittiest first-time experience I ever had, and I kept telling people, guys, come on. I only have one first playthrough. Stop being little bitches about and spawning everything. Come on, guys. Like, oh yeah, this thing, yeah, so the butterflies, did they actually mean this? And I'm like, did I ask you? No. Why would you tell me? You know? And so whenever that Fear and Hunger update comes out, whenever it'll come out, I will smite anyone who spawns me about anything. I will smite them the instant they stand there. I'll just, no chill on that one then, you know? Refresh the game, which means after the playthrough on Elite and one more on Ultimate, I'm probably not gonna do that on stream. Yeah, so I was supposed to tell you about the pink and green killer bunny rabbit that's called... What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, well, I'm about it. How are you doing?
Leave me.
Is that the pink bunny killer? Maruda the pink bunny killer? My sword arm hangs limply at my side. My blade has been taken by the unworthy. Do you have it? Don't need any more. So restore your weapon? Don't toy with me, wretch. We've made off with it. Well, your blade? Retrieve it. Well, why not? Why not? Well, we'll do that. Yeah, stuff like, Elite and Ultimate, I'm probably not gonna be streaming here. Like, it's I don't know, man. Like, it's basically like just redoing the same thing I already did before, you know? Like, I'll be just kind of retreading my steps. So, no, it's not gonna happen most likely. One of the reasons that when I played through Titan Quest, right? I basically stopped up from my normal playthrough, even though that one China / Egypt, whatever Searing Embers DLC is, happens at legendary difficulty, right? Being basically ultimate for Grim Dawn terms. Didn't do it, didn't feel like replaying the game 2 more times effectively on higher difficulty, you know? Since, you know, I wanna show new things. Not like, oh yeah, look, here's the same thing again. Stench of the enemy. A Aurelian scum. I want to call Gund. Gund for good. Oh, Andrew, let it be the last thing ringing in your ears as you choke your own blood. It's time to rest. But, hey, you're charging as we speak. You aim to distract me. You've died honorably in combat. Brother and sisters call for me. I will not falter when the enemy approaches. Go to them, Gunt. They wait you in the mists. We'll keep watch then. You still watch? Sleep now. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, venerated spirit. And go to sleep. I like the option that you can, like, also just murder the shit out of the ghosts here, you know? And then heroes and what have you. It's cool. Great? Hell yeah. Well, you've managed to work in the Fortnite default dances at plot point. I know it's crazy, right? There's a speculation, right? All of my flames ruling. I'm not here to fight. You burn like the rest. Nope. I told you I'm not here to fight, but I guess you made me fight you. Oh well. I mean, shit, at least I get some cool items out of it, you know? Basically glorified loot pinatas. Alright, now where's the green and pink bunny rabbit murder duo? It's gonna be like the Gal Bros. It's gonna be just like them. But speaking of Fear and Hunger, for example, like I did find it cool that there was the whole Fear and Hunger reference in Quasimove. I did not expect that to actually happen there. You know what? How about we just put you to rest real quick? I know I told you I'll look for your blade, but you know what? Oh, I'm frozen midair. But this is a little faster. A little faster, you know? At least one of them is eeping now. At least one of them is. My quest on hard difficulty is better than Grimmed on hard difficulty walkthroughs because it contains a lot more hidden bosses and locations not accessible on normal. I know. Like you get like the Hydra and whatnot in the Greece chapter. Like every chapter, every like big chapter itself, Greece, Egypt, the Orient. All of them tend to have the hidden boss, right, that you don't have on normal difficulty. But yeah, no, I didn't notice Grimdawn doing that, to be fair, yeah. Really noticed that having happened. Or like even the DLC, right? Like the Scandinavia DLC had a very much Scandinavian-inspired fella to fight there. I think it was the dwarf who turned into a dragon in mythology. I think it's who you fight there, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is that one. I don't think it's another one. But I just don't like the fact that a DLC basically required you to play on Legendary, if you know what I mean. Because, like, if we compare, like, the modern DLCs, like Atlantis and Ragnarok... Oh, look, cool Vista. If we compare those two, they didn't require me to play on Legendary difficulty. They didn't require me. Like, why is Searing Embers different like that, right? Why are they different? Why do they have to be different there? Like, I just don't really see the point in doing that. I guess, yeah, you will only have to balance it for one difficulty, which to me just sounds kind of lazy, I guess. If that makes sense, right? But that's just me speculating right here. Yeah, so I cannot enter the bastion. Gotcha. Can't do that. Cannot enter the ruins of Otakuna. At least not the proper ones. A person could make a killing in this game's world selling selling what the? Road lozenges. Lozenges? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Yeah, Hydra, extra memorable thing that scared the shit out of me when I played it. Charged me and murdered me so fast and all, but it shattered my... Oh shit, speaking of dying, what the fuck? Overpowered versus normal monster, yeah. Yeah, no, like, it's, yeah, China had, like, a weird... What was it, like... Oh, no, it was, yeah, it was the undead one. It was the undead one, bro. It's done. The current heroes to rest. Tonic of reshaping. Fills you with warmth. The body is doing to reshape itself. Used to reset attributes. Interesting, interesting. So we got the attribute resetting potion right there. Sore throat candies. Oh, we don't have them here. Like that. Like we do have the candies, right, to help with sore throat. Sorry, we do have them, but they don't actually taste good. I mean, yeah. We don't call them that. No, like, we don't call them like that here. So maybe that's why I was so lost on it. Sorry. Yeah. Gotcha now. Gotcha. Medication that candies are supposed to clear congestions. Yeah, I mean Cave-in blocks the way. I can tell. Well, shit. Well, shit. Cave-in blocks the way. Well, shit. Yeah. No. This is the first time I heard of those. Like, or at least of them being called that. But it's true, again, like, we made a joke before as well, right? With, like, a lot of the characters here being like, hello. Welcome, Outlander. Welcome out here to the frozen north of Asterkarn. How can I help you? Greetings. We, the Kurnish people. You know, it's basically, Yeah, I get yeah. Supposed to dissolve in the mouth rather than be swallowed. Fair enough. You learn something new every day. I figured out how to clear the throat, I guess, yeah. I guess. So yeah, we got ourselves the Bastion that holds a bit of a secret. We have the what was it that... Oh, hey, look, little wabbit. Oh, whoops. And then we got views that I really like in gaming, you know? Being on top of a mountain peak, just staring down, you know, seeing some of the paths we might have gone through, just nice vistas in general, really. And what do we have? Lots of whites. Lots of them. I mean, it's not a secret that there is many a undead in here. This kind of feels like, again, I'm gonna compare it to Titan Quest real quick, right? Where in the Hades DLC you started entering like the battlefields. And, you know, you went from like Elysium, you know, like the paradise basically, to the battlefields as the Elysians they had to fight off Hades. Kind of reminds me of that section where everything is pretty, and it's like, oh god, oh shit, it's horrible. Ah, fuck. You know, it's basically like that right now here with the whole, you know, Dread Waste here. And then you have Glacier's Edge, which I'm very curious about. Very curious about. Goodbye and a promise. Member of the Lack. Yeah, I scout Ogward commit the final words of Tolak, their blood ragers, to memory. So his flesh was disfigured by Irulian blades, and his lifeblood was spilled in the defense of Asterkarn. When his stones carved in his memory serve as a reminder of the mountain of lowland corpses upon which his life breath was last foretook him. When I'm dead, lay me in the mound, raise the stones carved in my memory, one boulder of every battle, one stone for every Rallian who begged for mercy and was granted then. When I'm dead, lay me in a mound, and weapons bare where worthy hands can grasp them. May the axe drink deep of the blood beneath a new moon. When I'm dead, lay me in a mound, raise your drinking horns up to Sola's graze and roar, Tolek's name, Elo's quake. With the lust for battle. When I'm dead, lay me in a mound. Raise the stones carved in my memory. And what do I remember the day when I first met? I remember the day I bested me in the sparring circles. And then offered me a hand so I could rise from the dirt. When we left the spurts high on meat, Oh, the day when we slew the white bristful fawn, our axes dripping with blood. Those are memories. I remember of Urdog, not a twisted smile that greeted me atop the ridge, leading a band of bloodbound. A gleeful laugh as he scalped that poor woman and ripped her child in twain over the blood basin. I found my eyes bewitched me. My heart knew the truth. My friend is dead, and the fiend has taken his body. It is the only version of his tale I can stomach, for any other would leave me broken. And unbearable to see this through. I write these words in a farewell to the man I loved as a brother, Urdog. This is a goodbye and a promise that I will not let your good memories be tainted by the evil that wears your skin. I will have the axe you gifted me all the years ago. I will return it to you. It will be piercing you vile heart.
Traveler.
Oh, that was a brutal story. That was a great story. Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I actually plan to enter the Dread Waste? Yes, why? I'm going to be honest with you, I thought of asking an Arulian for 8 seconds me. Most to dwindle the day. When your son, when our son, not your son, our son, Desmir disappeared one night. Figure maybe he wandered to the nearby woods, but then we found no sign of him. Heart saying only possibility is the bloodbound. Got it. I'll do what I can.
Don't start any trouble, Lowlander.
You're allowed to pass, Loner, but I will not be mistaken for an invitation. Those who take the Dreadway slightly seldom return to speak of it. One is dead. Tainted by the great Annihilator's touch, life is... I literally was in the Chaos Wastes. Like, the realm. Like, I'll be fine. Made the waste a stronghold are now entering the heart of the enemy of the Kern and all of mankind. We stand guard over this vile border so that no heretic encroaches upon Kernhold. Well, you did a pretty bad job at that, you know that? I won't stop you, but you should find remains of the scouts out in the Dreadways. Give them the final honor, retrieved the report so that their sacrifice was not in vain. Very well, I shall do just so. As then, we were to enter the Dreadways, but not before we do a little bit of shopping. Or rather, we do some selling of items we had on us, you know? Not before we do some of that. But yeah, there's a couple of things that caught my eye, right? One of them being the whole, shut up. One of them being the whole, you know... The Chasm of Voices, right? There's still more lore I could read. The Frozen Passage, the blocked rubble place, right? There's a few of them still, there's a few of them. Got a couple of formulas we have. Chasm of Voices. In the days when the Kern still held the lower valleys, the great earthquake split the ground near the Kern village and left the chasm so deep that no stone thrown within ever struck the bottom. From depths came the voices at night, calling the names of the dead, clear as if spoken beside the ear. Many who heard them went mad, others descended into the darkness and were never seen again. Lawful came from a place and listened at the edge of the fissure. Among the voices he heard his father and mother who had drowned in the Castoran flood. Calling his name for a moment he hesitated, then bound himself with a mammoth hide, ropes and descended into the black. While below, Lawful saw a cavern, wide into the vastness hollow, passages so slick, floors littered with bones. There he found vile, pale creatures moving through the darkness. Speaking not with his own voice, but with those who had taken from the dead. He called them with every voice they ever had known, twisting them to a net of memory and grief. At their center stood a greater thing, sworn with stolen speech, offering him the voices of his lost kin, who would seize this hunt. Lawful answered with his spear. He fought through the dark until the cavern felt silent. Then he set fire to the grotesque remains of the old blaze, burned for 3 days, sending foul smoke up for the cracks in the earth. But finally he climbed out of the entrance, collapsed behind him. The Kern sealed the place thereafter, but it's said that on quiet nights, if one listens near the old scar of the land, faint voices can still be heard calling from below. I like it, I like it.
Ah, it's you.
Hey, mention your services? Show me what you can do. You can do alterations. Powerful item, fundamental reroll. This process requires arcane ashes and as a catalyst, right? So we can reroll like prefixes and what have you, no?
Keep moving.
I'm not sure what's the matter. More about a bounty. I've already slayed the fiend. Yeah. Brewing another menace. Yeah, that's the guy we took care of a while back in that one dungeon, that one bloodbound. That one bloodbound we met. Ashes of Awakening, yes, sure. I'll go with that. And thank you for the lurk, Wolfie. Very much appreciated there. Yeah, there's the family shield. It's the bait and whatnot. I mean, that stuff we can keep in our personal inventory here, I'd say. As it still counts. Yeah, go for that extra physique. And then, pretty much everything else we'll just go ahead and sell. As I do not think they're really gonna give me that much of a bonus anyhow. Yeah. Hold on. Actually? Actually, though? Because they say implements of war, right? Which one is that again? Onslaught, blah blah blah. Implements, yeah, I'm not even using that. So yeah, that's actually fine. And that one's actually better. So Briarthorn, blah blah blah, blue blue blue. Yeah, I don't need the other ones, but that's some good shoulders. Yeah, there's a Skulker Mother and the pet and fuck. Oh, Bolt, I'm sure you'll manage. I'm sure you'll manage that. You know, you're just a true warrior's challenge right there. You know. View it as such. View it as such. Don't worry. Bleeding damage with increased duration gives me a bonus to veracity. It looks badass, but not as good, sadly. Not as good as you'd think. No. Hey, yeah, that's simply the tonic of reshaping in case, again, we want to, like, re-roll some of the stuff we have, right? So we'll just plop it down there. There we go. I had to make some flint spears. Oh boy. Good luck. Good luck with your quest. I'll be around. In spirit. However, I'll also be inside of the Dread Wastes, is what I will be. I'll be within this place also. Yeah, good thing that it was fixed. I think it was the first expansion, but it was if you killed it before your given quest, it didn't count as the only way to restart the game and respawn the creature that killed him. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that was a thing, yeah. Yeah, I remember. That's like an old one. That is an old thing they had going on. Yeah. Yeah, no, but like it was definitely a thing where you needed to have the quest to murder. Then they made it briefly so that to do the quests you just needed the corrupted rhinos. You just needed the item because they tended to like drop items then. And then yeah, they just kind of made it like the way it is right now, right? So, oh yeah, but it was definitely a thing, yeah. Also, why do the Dread Wastes feel like the Blood Grove all over again to me right now? Kind of giving me similar vibes. Probably because of all the corruption, a bit of a larger, maybe maze-like area, perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know what that big guy was, but he's now dead. I don't know what he was, but he's gone. And I see we got one of the rifts here as well. Empty hole. Call her up. What, like a crow person? Is that what it is? It probably is like a were-crow, isn't it? Wearing some sort of armor since they got those feathers poking out. Those are many ritualists to close the rift. Before I do that, though, hold on. Before I do that, can I enter the rift? No? Ah, well, shame. Perish then, perish! Perish if I may not enter your realm, perish! Again, they cooked with the music in this DLC, however. They cooked with it. They sure did.
I can't do that yet.
I can't do that. Sorry, no stamina. Okay, we got some things here. A werewolf. A werewolf wants to speak to me, alright. Hello, dog. I'm a hunter. I am rage. I am the wolf. Trust McDragon's teachings. McDragon teaches you have found your balance. What should I do? As the rage destroy the bloodbound, and our beasts turn back, not destroy them. See the banners, so will make them fear. Their claws run red with the blood. Kom here. Draculus! Draculus formula! Attack damage converted to health. Hell yeah. Let's go! Yeah. Rosabis! Thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Welcome to the empty halls that I'll be reading real quick. Weep for the days that we may never return. Wander our once pristine lands, and everywhere I look I see fear, emptiness and despair. What kind of future awaits us in a world where the spark of battle has left my people's eyes? Where our roads are not patrolled and our hunting grounds are overrun with vermin grobles. Abandoned homes and cold hearths and the remains of our settlements. Can the Kern reclaim the lost spirit of battle? And we're doomed to squander our final days, cooped up in our proud Kernhold, a crumbling reminder of our glory, as our shield arms wither away in a battle beneath a stone from our lungs. I find myself haunted by dreams of blood, visions of death and gore. If it is a future that I see, but whose blood will it be spilled? My clan can no longer abide the atrophy of inaction. We'll march upon the dread wastes, and to reclaim our lands, our blood will nourish the soil. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Absolutely I do. Well, there are the birds face palming the ground again. As they tend to. And we keep getting that tainted meat, which I wonder why. What will we use it for? You know? Since we've been getting it kind of since the start of the DLC with some creatures not even from the chaos, like the dread wastes here. Oh, begs the question, no? Buck and Swoop reached level 19. Let's fucking go, dude. And then he would go with more birdies and what have you. More birds. And actual Chthonians as well. And if I'm not mistaken, werewolves? Yeah, I think werewolves, raven people, something like that. Like the more corrupted version. I also like how my Briarthorn hardly has any survivability, mind you. And we have now reached friendly reputation with the Kern. Yeah, I might do some of the bounties and whatnot, like I did with the rovers, for example, to get like to that higher reputation with them. So we could do the Mokdragon quest that we did.
That skill's not.
I still have to return to Mokdragon, you know. We gotta talk. We still gotta talk a little, you know. Speaking of Mokdragon, give me that extra bleed damage. Thank you very much, lad. Yeah, I did sort of forget to do this, didn't I? I did somewhat forget. So up ahead we find a cave and a void oppressor. Yeah, I just might need to put more points into the whole shaman situation. Ah, Chaos Tear. Hell, might as well go on in, right? The Obsidian Wound. Heck, we might as well go in here. We might as well. Fight some of the Bloodbound and what have you. But like, it's pretty cool to like see some of this lore and all that they have here with like the Kurnish and the fact that, you know, Cairn, you know, again, that's the world, obviously, that makes sense, right? And Erulian is like the land to the south of Malmeth, it's its capital and whatnot, right? Grim Dawn started doing that. I call it trolling with the new expansion. They throw random quest items at you and you're like, what the hell is it? Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. You're not wrong. It is really like, here, have quest items. You don't know where you'll need them, but you have them. Like, the only reason I have them currently equipped in my inventory and what have you is mainly because I have a feeling that I will keep picking them up, especially in the Chaos Wastes themselves, or the Dread Wastes, my bad. I have a feeling I'll keep finding them here. So, you know, I'm not really gonna store them, even though nowadays, unlike back in the day, you actually can like turn in quest items from within your storage, so you don't have to have it on your person itself. At the very least, right? Like, there's another very nice change they made. Since beforehand you had to like specifically get it back out of your inventory to then turn it in eventually, and what have you. There we go, one less to worry about. We got those blood bugs. Plenty of blood bug. Bug, but bloody. Treacherous Domain. Grulthun, the Crimson of the Crimson Tides. Usually that's my title. As we do a lot of that bleeding, but it seems you outbled me there. Look at that, look at that. You got me good. You got me good. Darkblade, how you doing? Hello. Yeah. Yeah, he got me. He got me fair and square, you know, absolutely. He got me. I have been gotten. I have been gotten there. You know? I have been gotten. Darkblade, how goes it? Welcome. Yeah, I've been gotten fair and square. You know, cannot say anything. He outbled me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that's what I get for still having blood in my body, you know, that's the trick. You get rid of it. Works apparently pretty well. You just tried helping me with that, it seems. Yeah. He also got me with, what was it, like his little boss ability, whatever that thing was. He just kept smacking the ground there. Something like that. There we go. How goes the Grim Dawn? It goes. How are you doing, Dravel? I just died. Whoops. But we'll be back with a vengeance, don't you worry. Well, we're already heading back with a vengeance here. As we get ourselves some very much shiny items, including a lightning rod that I will most likely not utilize. It's interesting to see the Void-born beasts actually fight the Chthonians also. Like, they might be corrupted by the Void, but they're still going in for a fight. Briefly earlier, when you challenged that level 71. Yeah. I'll come back to him, don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be back there. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten, alright? So, me get rid of these guys real fast. And summon more of them, of course, too. Because that gives me some shinies. Yeah, don't care about the electrified guy. Oh, no, what I meant to do. Wrong button. Wrong button. Sign of the noxious wounds. Alright. Alright. A very Dreek-pilled weapon right there. One that I will not be utilizing. And I'm traversing the maps, killing hordes of monsters, and then, yeah, absolutely, I just have to go back every second. Every moment you slay something, be like, oh, okay, yeah, quest item now, yeah, turn it in, hell yeah, okay, cool, let's do that too. Alright, cool, we're good now, we're good. You know? No more of that, at the very least, none of that. You know, like, at the very least, the design of Grim Dawn, you know, has been going very well into a positive way, right? Like, they're introducing actually good things to the game. And then there's Forever Winter. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Forever Winter, but like, that game just keeps throwing. I can't help myself. Like, they are also like suffering from that kind of antagonistic design, I suppose, right? Apparently they made some aggro changes recently where if you shoot one of the enemies, all of the enemies from the faction will come and investigate you. Which doesn't make sense as you're meant to be just a little scavenger. You know, a lowly scavenger, so everybody banning their posts for that stuff just to mess with you. It's like a very band-aid solution to a different problem the game has, and they keep doing that as well. To say like a whole water system that was very flawed. But they keep making questionable choices. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I think that would be the rift somewhat collapsed maybe as I leave my XP behind at Blair. Oh well. You know what? Keep the XP. As a reminder for me to not lose.
That skill's not ready.
It's okay, it's whatever. That one just, it'll just stay there now, you know, it'll just stay there. It's its new home. Wayfinder report. There we go. I mean, yeah, I could just go back in, but I don't wanna. Well then. Yeah, you ready? See something. I don't know. Is this the pit that we're on about? The pit where, that the voices were heard out of? It might be. It might be. You know, given some lore context mayhap, right? And it was the shrine. Sorry, hold on, I'm being shot right now. Let me do something about that real quick. So anyways, primordial purifying altar. Notice that flames on the altar are ravenously licking the air. Now will come with a strong desire to bring them tainted meat from the dread wastes. Yeah, 5. The flesh in the instant. Charred lumps is all that remains. Something inside? Oh. Huh. Oh well, maybe I'm feeding some sort of eldritch entity and whatnot. It's okay, happens all the time, right? All I know is I feel compelled to feed it even more. I mean, no fun in not doing that, right? We might as well, It had to have some purpose, right? It had to have some purpose to it. Had to have. So yeah, this is the portal that leads straight smack dab in the middle of the dread wastes themselves here. As we get more of those Wayfinder reports here. Smack dab in the middle. All the bad juju happens to be in Kern. Let's keep going. We got more places to explore after all. More portals to close. My poor Briarthorn, just getting bullied all the time. Poor creature. We find a report. Yes, yes, yes. And rumination of the night. I am the night! Yeah, better breath, gather closer around the dying embers, reaching desperately for the warmth of the night. Them in the passage of the ages. One by one, their frozen grass let go of the spark of hope, and oblivion claims them. A warning crescent forms upon my lips. If the undreaming beneath a prominent king bears the fruit of annihilation in his hands, it cupped a hollow promise, the deepest crimson. But even he shall made to bow before the eternal dark. A waning crescent forms upon my lips. I shed the celestial drape, and let its silken threads be consumed by the blaze and setting sun desire the ashes of my past spell over the glacial memories of a land frozen in time. Only the Stygian ichor of the Jamaica grants shade to my countenance. I am the night. I am the dark. I'm Batman. The one and only. Oh, hey, devotion shrine. Look at that. All the way in here. I do find these things in the most unlikely of all places, don't you? I do tend to. Alright. Monk Dragon the Wolf, giving more resistances. And my ally does that bit more damage. My little Briarthorn. I mean, he's just a little beb. I know, a little baby Briarthorn. Right there. Thing could be stronger, of course. It's more like a, you know, glorified distraction, I suppose you could call him here. A little bit of a glorified distraction, if nothing else. And then there's all of those mangled deer. I don't know why, but they're here. They're all there. Ah, nice tainted meat. Plenty of it. What's this? A dull red hue, Shrine of Corruption. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some quest associated with that as well. I'm telling you. Again, it's that crate pattern test trolling they're doing here. Gotta be. Yeah, since that's like, what, the third one we've come across now? That was like that? Some quest is probably gonna require us to cleanse these. And then, I don't know, we'll get something out of it. While I might not be able to tell you what we'll get out of it, I know we'll get something out of it, probably. At least, it would be cool if we do. Yeah, one free devotion point. Come on. One devotion point max. Oops. Sorry, I got a little static around me. Ever since I got that one legendary item, burning and maiming creatures by sheer proximity, really. So, it's another wound, is it? Another tear in reality. A chaos tear. We'll go in, of course. Treacherous domain, the Crimson Expanse. This time. Sure is a lot. There's a lot of you guys. Again, my little summon dying immediately, pretty much, because again, they're not durable. At least it didn't make them durable. Hold it. Would be an epic troll if there was an altar that always and unlimited when offered something would give a minor reward and XP, but empower the boss a repeated point unbeatable. And then NPC tell you that you are a moron and send you on a very long and known quest to reduce his strength. The boss is smoking. Hey, what you doing? Problems? By the way, thank you for the meat. Yeah. Grew nice and strong due to you. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it, homie. It would be funny. It would be kind of funny, though. You maybe get like a very, very minor benefit. Like, say you feed it, you get like maybe 5k XP every time you do so. Or you get 1k XP per tainted meat you give it. But every time you do so, increase the boss's level by 1. Just straight up, just increased by a whole level. Right? Like you make the boss extra powerful, and then you're completely oblivious to it, and before you know, you create an absolute monster, and there's no max level to the boss, right? He'll just keep getting stronger. And then you'll have some people who are gonna go around be like, I beat this boss at level 99999 or something like that. Like the ultimate test for a build in this game. You know, something like that. It would be kind of funny in a way. In a way, kind of funny though. What do I get? Get something purple. I get some purple stuff. I see what I got, like the Eldritch Essence and the Chthonian Blood, gotcha. I'll recycle my Briarthorn. As we got some Cthulhu's hanging out in here. Since like the Celestials happen to be extremely tentacly in this game. The presence of this pocket Cthulhu's here. Does that imply there used to be Celestials effectively? That are just kinda like Cthulhu-pilled now? Probably, no? At least something along those lines. There's an implication. Alright, just, you know, we really gotta map out the Crimson Expanse, you understand? We really gotta map it out here. Besides, big XP await, you know? Big XP awaits us in here. This is my realm, alright? This is my realm. Blood builds, by the way, thank you. Thank you for noticing. It's also really cool that the Kurnish people, all of their gear gives you, like, bleeding stuff. While before, all of the factions kinda... It was more like a side thing. No one really focused on bleeding in, like, particular. The Kurnish do. The Kurnish do, however. So like Kimon's Chosen and whatever, yeah, right, like all of them very, very hands-off with that. It was more like a side effect. I guess the bleed build, while obviously very much possible back then, right, it was way less of a focused thing than it is now. With the Berserker and whatever, yeah, and the extra Chthonian shenanigans here. It does really emphasize bleeding by a lot more. Also, giant skull, very lovely. Very lovely decoration. And little parasites here and there. There we go, there we go. We good? Well, I am. My pet, not so much. My pet, that guy, again, he keeps dying. After this one encounter, already at half health, by the way. Lad isn't made for this. He might be a prickly flower, but it's still a flower, you see. I wish you could have gotten, like, the ice version of one. I guess you're the big boss here. Thing of tainted blood. Wonder why they call you that. Wonder why they call you that. However, you know what the problem was with you? You bleed. So neon, right? And so bled out now too. You know, the best way to get rid of tainted blood is to let it flow. You see? You just simply let it flow for a little. Let it loose. Let it out of that oh so restrictive body, you know? That's what bleed builds are here for, you know? They're here to relieve the blood of its fleshy prison. Includes any sort of celestial and or Chthonian, ethereal, what have you, being as well, right? They are not exempt of the rule for if you bleed, I can fix that. I mean, if you really think about it, if you get hit, why would blood leave your body if it's not meant to? No, yeah, I'm just simply here to help you with the problem, you know? I'm here to relieve your all your blood. I know I'm speaking like a vampire, but I'm not drinking it. Talk the bloodletter. What can I say? I got a passion for what I'm doing here, you know? Passion for my work. Very, very dedicated. So. I'd like to think we got all of the reports as well for the Wayfinder and what have you. I'll return to him shortly, don't worry. I just wanted to map out a little bit of this place. There we go. And then I think Utakanur would be the closest one, no? It would be the closest. It's a bit of a awkward spot, isn't it? Since I kind of need to go here. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward spot we need to go for turning in the quest. Oh well. But yeah, we need to seal the Northern Chthonian Rift. I also like how currently this does feel like the finale. Even though, again, we look at a map, right? There's a lot more. There's a lot more. But this definitely does feel like a bit of a climax of the story, at least, right? Even though there is more. Like, the whole Glacier Wall thing might have nothing to do with the Kurdish people. In that sense, it's more of a, you know, mythical place, I suppose you could say. Alright, we'll be checking it out. We'll be checking that one out, alright? But one step at a time. No, that Red Waste was way, way closer. I did not have to walk all of this here.
Skill's not ready.
However, I'm also, like, about to level up down here. I mean, I only need 220 XP. Which means, thank you for the level up. Thank you. Hope the reports help. Ancient armor plate. And send that back in. Physics should be fine now. We go back into Kuning. Since I was kind of leveling up Emmentagh's Pact here to get some extra shenanigans here, but the Shaman is tempting as well to continue, especially with the oak skin and what have you. Yeah, it doesn't say it's an ultimate ability, so we can have this and Primal Bond, both. So I would definitely replace my Barthorn here. And Brute Force, again, like, Brute Force helps, I guess, but... Animals, rabbits, elk, foxes, they didn't exist before the new DLC. Nah, they didn't. They did not. They did not. They are very much new to the party. 30 additional points. It's gonna take me a minute. Yeah, this is gonna take me a minute here, isn't it? Very likely we'll have to do a respec on that. You know, very likely will. But yeah, foxes, rabbits, elks, all of those neutral/friendly animals, they were not a thing before the DLC, now. And as far as I'm aware, you can only encounter them within Asterkarn as well. Like the area of the DLC. As yeah, they're not really around otherwise. Not really. So lots of screeching from those birdmen, you know, lots of screeching here. But I do see another little place right there. I do see another one. What are these? Goldier. Goldier what? Of the Dread Wastes? Okay, Goldier. Okay, Goldier. Chill. Goldier, chill. You and your puppers. There we go. We got Goldier. He did the funny jump I tend to do a lot. And apparently the birds do a lot too. I mean, that is the one they told us to deal with here, and we read about in the book. Somewhere around the air itself burns an unholy energy. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough, right? I mean, I did just offer Blood of Chthon in a altar that is very ominous. In a already rather ominous place. So yeah, no fair game. I'm gonna enter another nevermind portal. I guess this could be a roguelike dungeon, maybe? May have. Since it does fill the criteria so far, you know. Hello, people. Sorry, you're like, step okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah. Just go home, kiddies. Go home. Best to not be captured again by bloody berserkers and whatnot. We're bloodthirsty one. Why is there just a merchant? Praise Cafone. Anyways, what would you like to buy here? Praise Cafone, whatever. Yeah. There we go, good. Good news, cool. No. No. We're not really into that whole veracity thing, you see. Not really my thing. No. Get you back here? Don't think I need this one. We already have that laying at home. No. No. Keep that. And sell off the other ones. I can already tell you I probably will not really need any of these right here. Stormcoil Spellblade is whatever. We can keep the book, however. We can keep that. Inner Sphere Stone, Carve of Profane Runes, clearly intends some primary ritual. It's cool to the touch. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. I mean, you already sell all sorts of weird things, really. Need a little helmet. You know, selling some blades. I'll just take it for the drip. Bound in blood. Let's look at it. Yeah, praise be! A whisper within the veil of slumber told me from the dreaming void it spoke, not with a voice but a command. Come now, follow, the hour of knowing is upon you. I obeyed, and the path opened before me. Twisted roots and bloodied stone led onto the shrine where the faithful writhed in devotion. Banned in sacred creed. When I entered, they did not kneel, but rushed at me to meet me. They already knew me as a sister. A blackened chamber flickers with candles, flame and smoke. Hollow sockets of skulls leered from the dark. The altar awaited hunger, etched every rune carved deep by centuries of want. Faithful shrieked and murmured, and the crimson chieftain ascended, the dagger dripping from the echoes of death. 6 were chosen, 6 were emptied. The blood anointed the goblet mingled with the ichor of the great annihilator. He stirred upon his tongue, the old words burning the air, and seized me by the hair. He spat into my mouth, sexy, and breathed. You're now bloodbound. Well, shit. Well, shit. Yo, kids, how you doing? His final breath, he turned his eyes on mine and proclaimed, yours is the land, the flesh, and the pain. Cast off your shroud, or the blood, and bring glory to Cafone. I guess so they did, huh? I guess so they did. How you doing, Kyoki? Welcome to the Dread Wastes. Lots of bird people, apparently. Lots of weird bird people. Yeah, it is what it is. The end. You know, for the fact that there's so much chaos damage happening here, or rather AoE-wise, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's very flashy. This is a little golems and lanterns with big bird legs. Huh? What? We got a what now? There we go, the rift has been now closed. And here, we can offer more blood of Cafone, which definitely nothing bad will happen out of it. I mean, listen, if anything, we're just opening ourselves a bit of a special rift here in the middle. If nothing else, right? It'll be fine, don't worry. At least one of those guys was also pretty chill, so, you know, is down to trade with us. Hungering Terran reality opens nearby. And I know exactly where. Mentions with bird legs. Okay, weird.
I can't do that.
I mean, hey, you think we can utilize those lag lantern people things for actual illumination, maybe? Time to enter the funny World Tear, real quick. Literally called the World Tear. Karanak Ruiner. No. Doesn't this guy look a little familiar? It's like the final boss of the base game, no? Kinda is. The Yog Dragon or whatever it was called. The World Tear. I mean, I'd like to imagine the World Tear might be a roguelike dungeon, no? I'd like to imagine. Now we'll see if it is or isn't, but I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that. I don't think it is unreasonable. I mean, again, it's the World Tear, right? With a bunch of bird folk inside, so evidently it has to be a dangerous place. Like, they jump at me, I jump at them. Mutually assured pouncing here. Yeah, all of those tentacles here, like this guy down there. Kinda looks like it, no? Yeah, whatever. Go bleed out. Lanterns are broken, shame. Same, Dad. Yeah, I think I know what you mean, though. Like, I think I've seen them when I was, like, trying to make the spawn area a little safer. And I feel like it can be extremely loud at times, no? Maybe we'd chill with the sound effects a little. I hope it shouldn't be that loud. Again, don't let me know if it's, like, too much. So fast I can kill them with the thin spear. Yeah, you gotta deal with the spawner itself, like the mom or what have you. Gotta deal with that one mainly. So basically, you would ignore the little guys and just go for the source. Otherwise, they will just keep showing up. Skulkers are extremely nasty to deal with. They are absolutely a pest. And the worst part, they deal damage. They actually hurt. They don't hurt like a ton, but they hurt enough to be genuinely a threat. Like, definitely not something one can ignore. Like, the baneflies are also kind of a threat, but it's not as bad as we enter the insatiable entrance. Of course, the insatiable entrance. Yeah, just how the World Wound does, right? Now we seem to be more of, closer to the ground floor where we saw that, what I believe, corpse maybe. Whatever it was. The carcass, potentially. Oh well. Again, it very much feels like some roguelike dungeon right now. It very much feels that way. It has pretty much all the signs going in here. But we'll see if it is, right? We'll see if it actually happens to be one. Surprisingly to no one, there is a bunch of those Chthonians, right? Crazy, shocker. At least it's the new Chthonians, right? Like, it's enough of a change compared to what we initially had. I miss the little meatballs. The little Mars. I do miss them a little. They were kinda cute. They were kinda cute. I mean, they did make a plushie out of them after all. They did do that. So they know they're kinda adorable. Just little meatballs with those little hand things, spikes that they have. Yeah. Goblins with a bird-like lantern. Isn't it like they also get spawned from that thing? Isn't that also a thing? Yeah, and it's like just gotta deal with the source pretty much with all of them. They are, I think they are. I think they get spawned from that bird-like creature you mentioned. If I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Okay, we have accidentally chosen the right way to go, so we'll go the wrong way now. As we are entering Tendril Hell. And you know what? I've seen enough Japanese anime to know where this is getting.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, I know where this is going, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But you know what? We're gonna deal with it. Me and my Bristlethorn here. We got this. I'll leave it all to you then. You can watch. Yes. Okay, I had something triggered there. That's fair, that's fair. And obviously the Void Touched Altar happens to be here. To no one's surprise. Plenty of greens and blues raining down on me. Let's see. Alchemist Mantle. Bleeding Resistance, don't care. Tough to beat, not really my thing, and that's a shield. We don't really use those either. So, yeah, no, I decline the offer of any of those items. Go, dwarf, go! Whoopee! Let's go! Let's mess him up! Dirge of the Maker! Let's go! There is a place up on top and I can't reach it, no! I must go around. At least we got some sort of traversal ability, right? Mind you, down here we cannot make any sort of portal. So, there's that too. To keep in mind. Up in this place, up in this place. And we definitely don't want to die here, not like we wanted to anyways. Not like we intended to. Fair enough. Not much here except for some freebie XP effectively. Yeah, alright, we got the World Terror slightly better mapped out now. A place where no Kurnish warrior but me dared going. That's right, I'm part of the Kurnish. That's right, that's right. As it should be. And then we can continue exploration over here. Interesting they still have cairnstones.
Can't do that.
Because like the void here, it looks very much different than the void at home that we have. You know, it's less obsidian coated, I suppose. There's still obsidian, but it's more meaty, I suppose. It's more meaty in its nature. I don't know if it just means that we're like deeper into some rift. The other one was more like a, you know, lobby, effectively, to actually deeper places. I don't know if it was or wasn't, but one thing's for sure, we'll deal with them just the same as I entered the insatiable hole. Continuing deeper into the heart of the void.
Nado, the anointed! Which me the heart of the void.
Praise to the progenitor!
Nah,
Praise to Cathan!
take that back right now, you didn't mean that. See, I don't know how scary he actually happens to be, so I just want to play it safe, I guess. But he died very quickly. Never mind. It wasn't that scary. He just yells a lot. A very screamy raven here he was. Heart of the Void, smack dead. Yeah, again, this is basically what the final boss of the base game looked like. Kinda interesting. Kinda interesting, however. Ashen Heart of the Void. A shriveled ashen heart, long dead, cacophonic horsel beats steady rhythm, as if waiting for something. Huh. Over-leveled or just good? He just bled to death. He just bled to death. I'm level 58, he was like, what, 57, 58 as well, something like that. Yeah, the text written in crude scribbles resemble human writing and is quite old. For eons we toiled away, tending to the garden of which we gather and harvest. We grew old and the feathers thin, our flesh ravaged by disease over time. For eons we paid the price for our nether's hubris. We were the caretakers of the land gifted by rune song and lived beyond ages, but each passing century we are fewer in number, with the furthest beasts spreading like cancer and wage empty wars. But whose will and right are we to fade away, while the man thrives in his greed and desecration? We see now that we have been discarded in the weave. The great tapestry is broken, so falls to us to unravel it. A path is clear, and a rays of dawn. A Hurnak. To have a future, we must look to amend the first sin. The gods, unworthy spawn, have imprisoned the Elder One within the realm of shadow and agony, for creation to be set back upon the true path. Its creator must be restored to his celestial throne. We will no longer tend to the gardens of weeds. The Hurnak will still remain, will usher back the dwells below creation. Cursed by the gods, and cursed by that one who forsook us. So that's the Raven people. Were ravens, they're just their own people, effectively, yeah. Become somehow a little overpowered in the DLC, and some expecting future nerfs. Nah, better not. Nah, keep it. I mean, I am like going balls deep into bleed. Like, I got all sorts of items that deal bleed damage, and you know, all sorts of skills and star signs that, you know, level up bleed even further. Like, I very specifically spec'd into just bleed everywhere, right? And I like how they want us to speak to the High Chieftain as well, but I'm gonna go a little bit further real quick. As now suddenly we find ourselves surrounded by rather normal animals. And a cave entrance. Cave entrance leading to the glacier wall. Before we do that, however, I want to put some food into the funny fire. The fire keeps complimenting me as I do that, so I'm down. I'm easily convinced like that. I think I went the wrong way. Yep. Yep, definitely did go the wrong way, definitely did. Definitely did go the wrong way here. Oops. Hello, funny fire. Hi. Offer the inert sphere. They reject the sphere. Maybe launch your offering of flesh with a peace stone? One meat? Huh? One more meat? One more meat? One more meat? Sphere? No. Something sphere. Something flesh. Something that funny shrine down there. Something kernhold. Something probably quest, maybe roguelike dungeon. Something. Again, I would not be surprised if that was also a roguelike dungeon. I see roguelike dungeons everywhere, don't I? But like, that's the thing, right? The normal mystical places, tentatively.
Not many would venture into the dread waste so boldly, knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
I admire your
kind of a big deal.
Slowlander.
I know.
Yes, we knew that would be the case.
Yeah. We're doing some Grimdawn right now, Hano. How you doing?
But you must understand, Erulan has brought my people nothing but anguish and slaughter. It would have been foolish of us to trust you outright. For all we knew, you came to seek the very power you swear you wish to stop. While we sent you to the Dread Wastes as a form of test, that does not mean your actions there were without merit. With the wounds sealed, you have stopped the fever, but the source of the infection yet remains, and must yet be purged.
Yeah? What is happening in Asterkarn?
You have shown that your intentions are pure. I no longer see harm in laying bare our plight. Earlier I spoke of the bloodbound. They may be servants of chaos, but the source of the corruption is ultimately of our own making. Guardian Sorrow was not, as you likely surmised, a shrine to the Great Annihilator. It was a prison created by our mystics to contain our utmost sin. The demigod Baranath was once the ancient protector of the Kern, the embodiment of Asterkarn's wild majesty. Now, it is the harbinger of our unmaking. If it is not stopped, we may as well all take a leap from the heights.
Oh, they become corrupt.
In the folly of our desperation to defeat Arulan, we lured the divine beast into our petty mortal strife. Baranath lay waste to Arulan legions, but eventually their machines of war and sorcery wore the beast down, until it could fight no more and retreated to rest behind Kern battle lines. When the Martok's abominable ritual opened a rift to the void and unleashed the wretched spawn of Cathan.
Right, so it was weakened and then it got
As I
joined.
said, both armies turned to fight the new inhuman threat, and at some point in the ensuing battle, Baranath was poisoned with chthonic energy. The beast went mad and could not discern friend from foe. It retreated back to Asterkarn, killing all in its path, leaving a wake of destruction. As Baranath's life force is interwoven with the land and all life, so did the corruption spread from the beast to the land itself, warping trees, corrupting living creatures, leaving its vile mark even upon the very rocks. Some years after the war, it was decided that the tribes had to take action to prevent the beast's corruption from fouling all the lands of Asterkarn. Brave warriors and the most powerful shamans from each tribe united to contain and bind Baranath. There it remained for centuries, seething with memories of the injustice. That is, until the Bloodbound became emboldened enough to openly challenge the tribes. They struck at Kernhold but were unsuccessful at breaching the walls. With all eyes turned toward Kernhold, another force was able to move in and overpower the protectors of
Right,
Guardian
I see.
Sorrow. There they succeeded in their goal of freeing Baranath and setting it once time.
Right,
had
I see.
weakened Baranath's chains, but the Bloodbound set it free. Our former guardian now seeds corruption with its every step. We all fear what might happen
Slay the
when it reaches
demigod.
the roof of the world. But two unthinkable options exist. Slay a demigod, at last releasing it from its anguish, or... I am not one to dwell on slim hopes.
Yeah, funny. So, that is like what? The second time we have to kill like a demigod/god in this game?
Wisely, young Ygritte has sent you to me to deal with our present calamity. As you will soon learn, you are uniquely qualified to aid us.
What you need?
I believe Baranath may yet be saved, but it will require a ritual that has never been performed, with materials that have not known the touch of mortals. It is a fool's errand by every measure, but in this slim hope may lie redemption. I have tasked each of my 3 apprentices with identifying the source of the materials we require. They will all downplay their skills, but they are each of them a master
The
of
Corn,
their
Tiger, and
respective
Witta.
domain,
Colonel will
and
take the land for the
worthy
charge,
of
which will this understand.
succeeding me in
Okay.
my duties as
Okay.
Skald. Speak to
How was this
Corin
ritual performed before?
following the great war
Well, wasn't
and
it?
the conjuring of the voice of Cathan. The Kern were greatly diminished. We no longer had the strength of arms to subdue Baranath, nor to boldly cross into distant lands and seek out the materials I now require. The means to
Right,
perform
I see.
the good
Because I'm just that cracked.
Commander, I've been observing you with a cautious eye. Despite my
I see.
many reservations,
When a god goes bad, you
your
call the
intentions
exterminator.
seem to be
Yeah.
true. If
Decide
you
our
are here
arms.
to
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
wounds,
Now we do some deity side.
there is something you can. What I ask a matter of
All these
honor.
warriors have perished.
Countless Kern warriors have perished upon foreign soil, bold and unyielding to their final breath, and were denied the rights that would carry their spirits home to
Over that,
Asterkarn.
you can reach the place
To
not the
your
greatest
people,
champion fell. If
they
you
were
are
no
willing,
doubt seen as savages.
throwing these remains of
us,
Kernhall would mean a lot of the
all
people
were
trying,
here.
okay?
There are 4 in particular that I would have you seek out. Chieftain Arukai of the White Fangs was a
I've been
valiant
filmed.
leader who fought on the Arkovian front. He fell in what is now known as Old Arkovia. His remains were left for the vault.
So yeah, you basically want hero bits and pieces. Gotcha, gotcha.
Warm
Now,
welcome, Lowlander.
What do you want?
Elder Skald speaks
Lots of
highly
yapping
you.
here, eh?
As you hail from Erulan, you can aid us in gathering a critical
What do you require?
Ugdenbach.
Oh
Far to
god,
the east,
Ogdenbog!
Wild magic flourishes amidst the decay. As Baronath was once attuned to the earth, so Ugdenbach's affinity will aid in drawing out these remnants of its pure nature. The path to the swamp lies to the north of Burwitch.
How do you know about
but it
Burwitch?
is sealed by ethereal flames. Perhaps a member of the Imperial Inquisition could aid you in penetrating this barrier.
Metagaming!
Ogdenbog is a place teeming with wild magic. Untamed.
Yeah, I'll get you what you need. Yeah. What about you?
It sickens me to see Kern begging for a lowlander's help. But a starving man at Amatok's table does not ask from where the feast comes. For
What do you need to find?
corruption within Baronath to be expunged, only the flames of a god that defied the very void will suffice.
Forgotten gods, right?
Such a daunting premise would seem impossible. But as luck would have it, such a being once existed upon Cairn. I have felt the echoes of this being within the earth. It lies in the distant east, in a smoldering land known as the Corvin Basin.
Yep. They want us to do all the DLCs. They want us to do all the DLCs right now.
Acquiring a suitable void conduit for the ritual. You have been to the Dread Wastes and still have your faculties about. Trust me, Lowlander.
I already
when
have
say
what I-
do
yeah,
not ask
I already
this of
have
you
the heart.
lightly. I
I already got you. I already got you. They want us to go for the other DLCs. That is... you conniving bastards. Alright. So they basically... It sounds like one of them wants me to just beat all of Forgotten Gods. And the other one just wants me to effectively go through most of Ugdenbog, which is like... Well, halfway
Tread
through
carefully,
Ashes of Malmouth. What can I do? Also going sword? Yeah. I'll do what I can.
May Ulo bless you on your journey.
Frozen Aster. Yeah. You want... Where the snow is the thickest. Alright. And turn your quest in as well. There goes promised. Yeah, and then there's that sphere as well. Yeah, it's like... If we want to cure God from God Dementia, we need to go through all the DLCs. So I want what this weird item in my inventory. Yeah, I know, right? Like... I am mildly annoyed at the fact that they make me go for those DLCs, you know? Mildly annoyed. But like, at the same time, I wanted to kind of go through them as it is, right? Like, I wanted to do it anyhow, right? It just feels more forced, I guess you could say, right? If that makes sense. It feels more... It doesn't feel like as... What's the word? Like, it's like natural, I guess? Natural, like, it didn't just... It feels a little forced, I guess. Yeah. I guess we'll go with that one. We'll just go with that one. Because there's still crucial cracks and the fortress, which may be roguelike place, you know, maybe. And, yeah, since they effectively, what they want me to do is go all the way to Goomwald, all the way to Ugdenbog, which we might as well to Barrelholm, which is pretty much halfway through Ashes of Mammoth, and the Alcovian Basin, which, you know, is kind of this. We'll have to go through everything, pretty much everything, until we reach the Eldritch Sun almost. But hey, again, the Corvin Basin, it's something we want to do anyways, you know? It's something we want to do anyways. I, however, would like to go to, and maybe even through Glacier's Edge, to the roof of the world, for curiosity dictates to me to do just so. I would like to. I would like to do it. Why not? We might as well see what this place holds. Yeah, because we got quite the shopping list here. However, you know, we can still go through here. But yeah, not necessarily a fan of how that was done. I feel like it could have been done within the DLC itself, you know? I feel like it could have been. Just killed a mom and another one into the pits. Oh, shit. You get your work cut out for yourself, huh? The thing is, I'm probably not gonna do the purifying ritual today. Main reason being that I don't wanna feel like rushed when doing that content, you know? As I know if I was to tunnel vision into it, I would probably do that very thing, right? I would like tunnel vision. And I'd rather not. I'd rather not. That would be me doing a disservice to the game, pretty much, you know? I'd like to take my time, you know, continue my exploration and what have ya, that I've been doing so far here. Also, shout out to my man here, chopping me for half of my health immediately. However, we also hurt him for a lot of bleeding. Giant Slayer. Hell yeah. And Sasquatch, how are you doing? I am biblically angry. What happened? Did you have to go to Uchtenbog? Be honest. What happened, lad? What happened? We've been kind of enjoying the Asterkarn DLC so far. Yeah, practically enjoy the game. Yeah, absolutely, right? Absolutely. Well, I might not necessarily agree with that decision, I guess, right? Well, I might not necessarily agree with it. I'm not gonna start rushing or what have ya to get those pieces just to be like, oh my god, I kinda wanna see it, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I imagine that ye old god would just be sitting on the very tippy top of the world, like the roof of the world place. I imagine. I guess there's a way we just kill him. Ending A, you just murder. Ending B, you actually cure him. Now, I don't know if they would be, like, mutually exclusive, right? Because pretty much every time, you know, the boss just kind of respawns and what have you. When you just reload the game. So I don't know if it'll, like, lock me into something here or not. Or if it's even gonna be accessible without, or what have you. It sounds like it would be like a choice, almost. It sounds like it. But whether it is or isn't, I'm not sure. Yesterday, DoorDash stole my money and then Walmart delivered $80 of food to someone else. I see. Now, full clips for the walls in a never seen before speedrun trick, landing on and killing the last boss of the DLC. Yeah, there you go, right? How you doing, Clouds? It's nice seeing ya. How you doing? I wonder if it'll happen if you don't have one of the DLCs. You can't. No, you cannot. You cannot. That's the thing, right? You require both DLCs for this one to function, is the thing, right? They state that when you buy it as well. You need both DLCs. They will not let you otherwise. That actually says on the Steam page and what have you. So I guess, you know, they will make you get both DLCs, whether you like it or not, to get this. Even though both of them seem just so... I guess maybe that's it, right? Like, they both seem rather unrelated to this one. You know what I mean? Like, Ashes of Melmoth, fantastic story, genuinely still think so. And it had a lot of good stuff to it. And, you know, I like it a lot. It's a banger, right? Forgotten Gods, I don't really care about too much. It is what it is, right? I just don't care too much about Forgotten Gods. It's kind of there. You know, just kind of there for me. And this one I like a lot, but I just disagree with the choice. I don't know, because all of the DLCs were self-contained, especially Forgotten Gods. That thing was like, not just self-contained, that thing was on a whole other dimension, sort of, almost, you know? And there goes the bird face-palming again. Welcome to Glacier's Edge, as we keep climbing. And Homestead really likes me. It is kind of uncommon decision. Yeah, right. It is. Like, the DLC being required is one thing, like, okay, whatever, right? Okay, whatever. But if it wasn't for this quest, I feel like you didn't even need the other DLCs, if I'm honest. If it wasn't for this quest, you probably could do without the 2 DLCs, because you can access it after the base game pretty much. So I don't see why, you know, outside of this one quest, I don't see really any reason as to why. That is a negative. That is very much a negative, if you ask me. But it is what it is. I still like the DLC. I really fuck with the environments. And generally feeling like it's a lovely time. I don't feel like story-wise it is as strong as Ashes of Melmoth still. Like, I feel like they had a really strong story going for them. I feel like Ashes had a really, really strong story. This one, maybe not as crazy with the story, but I like the vibes. Argue's report. My patrol brings me deep into the lands of the now lost. By the gods witnessing Unshalor up close steals the breath away from the lungs like a mountain scale. Oh, not all I have seen brings tears to an old warrior's eyes. There's a boy's rage within his heart. And, I wish I could streams more often, but my non-functional sleep schedule is very annoying about it. Happens, man, happens. Yeah, I keep rolling for bed for hours and instead of falling asleep and waking up on time to tune in. Listen, it happens, man. It happens. I discovered that the Bloodbound have carved their way through the glacier and now infest the Sacred Mountain too. Their presence is an insult. Or worse yet, they and their fiendish masters have taken upon themselves to desecrate our dead. The frozen scars have been dug up and pilfered. They have broken through the ice and steel the unearthly fire. One by one, they remove the remains buried within the ice and string them up on the fires to warm the flesh. The thick frozen blood siding slowly, wetting urns, makes me sick to the stomach. I have remained here for several days now, observing from a distance. A part of me hoped my absence would draw the attention of the clans, but I know they will not come. I've not been gone for long to warrant an alarm, and I am too far north for regular patrols. I have resisted every instinct to leap into killing these men, but I'm outnumbered, and their fiends are many. I have tempered my rage. I know I cannot accomplish this alone, but it does not mean I leave them unhindered. It brings me great pleasure to pick off the occasional worm that strays too far from their camps. A raven familiar now bears this message. I pray to Amatog that his winds deliver it home to Kernhold in haste, and that others will come to bring a stop to this desecration should I fail. Spoilers. 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 I'm afraid your bird got eaten by bigger bird. Whoops. Also, somehow these guys mess me up here, you know, like those like lads spitting the ice. They even mess up my pet. I guess they just deal crazy high damage. I suppose. Game, what is this? Game? There's clearly a path game. There's a desecrated husk game. Yeah. Keep your secrets. Keep your secrets, I guess. Keep your secrets. For now. For now, you may keep them. Until I unearth them. Until they are all unearthed. You know, to think that a Bloodbound will be capable enough to make it this far up high. End of night. See the location of the next poem. I am the night. An insatiable hunger rings out with remains of a rational mind. Reality unravels before the final witness. All thoughts circling and unasked questions preceding the impartial judgment beyond. Yet my arms are open. More or less gaze upon the hours of oblivion, capable of turning back. What once was, there is now, there now is not. Yet my arms are open. My life has been snuck away upon a tune of my making. Discard all that I am upon the peak of creation. My breath is stolen. The stars fade above. I remain till I am nothing. I was the night. Does the night have some cool loot? Yeah. No wonder you don't. With loot like this? Come on. And to think that all the way out here, on a mountain, on a glacier mountain, would find beaver people again. To think that all the way out here, the beaver men come back. And I almost thought we were done with them beavers. I almost thought so. That is a really cool weapon that I will not be using. It's a really great weapon that I am just not going to care about. A shame. You know what? A shame. Oh well. We can always use the transmog, you know, to at the very least make it look nice that way. Yeah, the matriarch, the Raven matriarch here. And again, very nice views that we have, including some flowers that grow up here. I'm surprised by how unfrozen green it happens to suddenly be again. Again, that's what I mean, right? With the vibes of the DLC being kinda amazing. Like, even the music, they were cooking with that one. They were cooking here. So you got like Beaverman and those undead living basically what is right next to one another here. Like, wild. The thing that would be buddy-buddy like that doesn't sound right, does it? Lots of whites in here. And again, mind you, we're basically the same level right now. We're level like 59-ish. Here's Envy Part 3. Yeah, I've been kind of skipping these. It's one of the many stories. Pilgrim's Rest. You say Pilgrim's Rest, yet it seems awfully unrested here. And very close portal. The Fears of the Void have shown up. I mean, they might have, but the place looks very uncorrupted overall, you know? Outside of, you know, the demons having shown up like this. The place doesn't scream corruption at me. Yeah, like, it's really not that far away from the previous, place. Like, it's, like, what, down here? It's really not that far away. It's really not. Well then, let's go back down Glacier's Edge a little bit and explore the other side somewhat, because mountain cool. Mountain kinda cool. As we just make our way up to meet with God, I guess. Asterkarn Titan. Titan. Or the big old fella. Hello, it's a fox. And, children?
Please.
They had also gone. There's monsters in our house. What happened? Big scary, but it's get stuck inside. Please help. Are you alone? The blood people got our parents and could come around. Okay, fine. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about that one. The Black Lodge. Wow. It was a trap. Wow. Who could have foreseen that? They're white of guilt. And you know what the worst part is? I actually can't bleed this spirit. I am still applying it with some dot damage, of course, don't get me wrong, but I cannot bleed it. And now now you guys can see what it looks like when I don't deal my bleed damage, right? You can see what it looks like without it. Yeah, there's another one. Nasty things. Betty Wong, how are you doing? If I could have foreseen that. Right, it's relatively accurate for the kind of stuff. I mean, I foresaw it partially, I just couldn't really do anything about it. Artists, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, you have two kids outside of an empty house like that. It already happened once before. Belladonna Scribling's page 1. Yeah, sure, let's look at it. Leos and I went on an adventure day. We went out to the woods. Father told us to stay out of Leos and told me about the abandoned lodge filled with lots of creepy old stuff, and I wanted to see. Most of it was boring, just clothes and pots and rotten food, but a tripping over a book like the ones my father said the scouts keep in Kernhold sounded was strange. The threshold was filled with big words and strange pictures. I said we should leave it, but it was a treasure. I brought it home, put it under my bed. That dream begins. I had a bad dream last night. Father said everything is alright, bad dreams happen and they aren't real. But Dolly was in this one, and she was talking. She said there is something I must do, but I'm going to need the book. I will look at it again tonight. It did have some really neat drawings.
Let us play.
Hello, Belladonna. Oh, playing your games fail. What's up? What has two hands on its face but no arms? A stove, a clock, a rotworm. Damn. A cock. I mean a clock, my bad. Where we go? Guys? I have a feeling that something ain't quite right with this lodge. Somebody left the window open, didn't they? Page 2. I said I forgot to read most of the text, but some of the stands out. I shoved Leo's drawings in the book. He really liked them. He said recognize the shapes. I don't know what he means. They just look like squiggles around funny shaped star. When I touched one though, his eyes turned wide and his voice became low and sad. He said he was going to need a knife from the hearth, or he won't be able to cast a spell. Liar. Always mix up stuff and try and scare me. There's a gap in the scribbles between the ink was spilled. Well, it spoke to me again in my dreams. She tells me Leos is going to need me soon to do something very hard, but we'll be safe. We'll always be safe with her. Yeah, it's good to know that the doll thing, creature, entity, whatever, is at least looking out for them, you know? No, that's good. Oh, hey, look, we got a vampire beaver. What? Was he part of this? I don't feel like he was part of this. I feel like that vampire beaver was completely unrelated to what we're encountering here. Right? Surely. Surely the vampire beaver is unrelated, right? Oughta be. Oughta be. I mean, it's not every day I see a vampire beaver, you know, granted, but probably feels a little out of place if I had to take a guess. There we go, we just keep debuffing it so we can do more physical damage at the very least here. So those things are fairly beefy overall. Hello, Belladonna. Sharp teeth. Alright, let's get this over with. I seize it from its home, tear apart its flesh, drink its sweet blood, then cast aside its skin. What is it? A worthy sacrifice? Oh, I guess not. I guess it wasn't a worthy sacrifice here. It could have fooled me, you know? It could have fooled me. Well, I know it was kind of a worthy sacrifice. Hell. Why wouldn't you?
Do better.
Fine, I'm sorry! Belladonna, chill. Come on. What was worthy sacrifice? Could have been a beaver, I guess. Vampire beaver was a hint, wasn't it? Huh? Do I have to fight these? Do I have to fight them? There's 3 of them now. The weight of guilt. The weight of guilt happens to be very heavy, by the way. I don't like it. Can't do that yet. Why is there a chair approaching me? I have a feeling I might not want to be touched by that chair. Just call it a bit of a hunch. I have a feeling they want me to. Want me to go out? Caphonic Rift. Huh. I mean... You know, entering space like this wasn't on my bingo list, but I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool here. Much of the text faded and unreadable. Me and Leo snuck into our parents' room, and as they slept, Leo said we had to be that way if the spell was going to work. I put Dolly on the bed to watch, like she asked. Leo swiped the knife across the wrist and let blood gush out. He turned to me expectantly. I admit I was very scared, but one look at Dolly's eyes reassured me and gave everything was going to be alright. I let him cut me. It did not hurt like I thought it would. Our blood flowed together and the room got very cold. I could see my mother exhale frosty air. She must have been very tired to not wake. We went back to bed, and I am hopeful that Dolly will visit me once more in my dreams where she can talk. Dolly told me to read the book again. She said that now I am like Leos, and the picture will make more sense to me. She said that the next part is very important, and it's up to me if we were to meet at the threshold. Dolly was right, the picture do look like something now, and they move. It's called a GIF, Dolly. It's called a GIF.
Let us play.
What is up, Belladonna? It's better than the last one. What tastes better than it smells? A tongue, raw meat, a wet dog. Jeff, do not. What tastes better than it smells? I mean, a tongue, I guess, you know? Yeah. Although a wet dog could be not wrong, I guess. I mean, they do kind of stink. Oh, hey, it's Leos. The guy we read about. Well, let's see. The blank parchment letters which fall into words before your eyes. We are the seeker and the dream. And in the wake of our sleeping star we're born and will dim again. You bear witness to the many that are, were, and shall forever be. Only in the weave of the beholder does existence collapse upon the row. In the great tapestry, the black crown shall find its king, and shall be unmade in his image. We are here to witness, we are here to play. Again and 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 again.
That's locked.
Figured.
One must die.
The boy says at your hollow vacant eyes and points at you. Guardian of the threshold. You know what your problem is, buddy? You bleed. That was your first mistake. I feel like celestial refers less to angelic creatures, more to wacky alien.
You are fun.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. I will know in time. Well, off we go then. Damn you. So how do I open this then?
I can't open that.
Why not? Why my hands slippery? Come on! Well, I guess this is gonna kick me out of the lodge then. He said one must die. I guess I killed him. I didn't get a bonus from the chest, sadly. I don't know why. Oh, that was interesting. Non-demonic, just celestial in nature instead. Oh, again, we already know that some of the celestial entities in this game, they tend to slightly overlap with the Chthonians as well. As is. So, you know, fair.
Oh, an outsider.
What are you doing here? We just have to see the first hand of threats one must overcome to make to the rooftop world, yet what lies ahead is worse still. Despite these challenges and the warnings of our elders, my brothers recently attempted a journey on their own to pay reverence to the ancestors. Never made it to Kernhold. And, hold on, there's a skeleton. Can I help you? Hold on. I'll recover the heirloom. Excuse me, there's a couple skeletons attacking me right now, if you don't mind. It'll just take a little bit, alright? Just a couple skeleton roonies. Not a big deal. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you will. Look, I already see the next portal further up ahead, which is interesting, you know, because they're just so close to one another for some reason. Wonder why? They should almost spaced out. Like, not complaining, I'm just curious as to why. It suddenly happens to be that way. Maybe because of some questing, maybe because of some similar reason, or they expect us to travel a lot back and forth here, or what have you. Story elements, maybe, right? Step up from the shrine. Somebody has come to maintain in quite some time. Yeah, there's just so many shrines as well around these parts where, again, you kind of wonder, what is their purpose? Since a lot of the time, yeah, they just slap you with, oh yeah, here's this thing. Won't tell you what it is until you either get more reputation with a faction to learn, or, I don't know, something else. Maybe a prerequisite quest. One that might be a little more hidden than one would assume. Anyhow, let's fight the Firebird and friends. Again, see, that's the benefit of bleed damage when they bleed. And you saw how it looks like on the ghosts when, you know, bleed damage doesn't actually do the bleed. Very, very lame, no? Very lame without it. Give me those iron bits. And yeah, sure, we can take this with us as well. I gladly take the fur alongside. We know of a couple secret paths also, but again, we weren't really able to access them because of ice in the way. So once again, I wonder what the deal is with it. Certainly is a few secrets in here. Certainly is a few of them. Elk. There we go. Fairly high up. Yeah, you're not gonna escape me with this secret here. Not gonna escape me with this one. Yeah, you're not with that one. Not with that one. Many others maybe, but not that one. Beautiful. Just hold on. I hope there's gonna be another devotion shrine in here somewhere. As we enjoy the vistas once again of the mountain peaks.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a devotion shrine around here. As I just need 1 point to finish Mock Dragon's Wolf as well, you know? I just need one more. So there's definitely that inspiration for me. Then I suppose when in doubt we can just go into Uchtenbog or what have you. Or like elite difficulty. Which I think happens to be in like the first dungeon, no? Oh look! Couple stationary mammoths. Hell. And that's why we go to those vistas. That's why we go to them. However, the cave entrance beckons me as we go into Camur's Ridge. Again, surprisingly green in here, within this ridge. Yeah, I don't mind opening this up with some dynamite. You tend to get pretty lovely things out of it. Tend to get pretty decent stuff there. Yeah, it really feels like those rhyme thorns, whatever they're called again. Like my pet but the ice version. They just do a lot of damage. Because these guys, they also deal ice damage, just way less of it, it seems. Since the other guys are pretty dangerous. Like they can shock me for a lot of health here. So did the birds just now, but less reliable. Yeah, there they go. Camur's Ridge. What we got around here? What we got? There we go. Blast them. Blast all of them. Blast all of them. And the exit awaits. This is very linear, and I again don't mind it. It just really feels like it's building up to the whole encounter with the demigod, the Wind Walker. Figures of Asterkarn have always had to contend with the harsh weather, treacherous terrain, and the myriad beasts that dwell upon the foothills of the Aurora Peaks. It is not unusual for common beasts to become entangled in folklore and legends, with each retelling greatly exaggerating both the dangers and the status of attacks. But there is the tale that reminded eerily consistent among travelers. We tell our children of Agven, the brazen warriors who scorned the gods in victory, and spat upon their names in defeat for his hubris. He was struck down to resemble the wicked creature he embodied. Then, he is a warning for future Kern. He is unleashed upon the peaks, unleashed upon the peaks, made to walk the wind so that he could prey upon those who did not honor the ancestors and left pitiful offerings at their peak. The very sight of Agven the Windwalker meant a freezing and inescapable death for unfortunate observers. But all would take solace in knowing that he would only show his twisted and deformed face to those that were deserving of the god's ire. That is, until the recent spike in attacks. By the command of the chieftain, I and my brothers will explore the pinnacle and investigate whether the truth to the legends, whether it is man or beast, we will not allow our people to be hunted down like hapless deer. Interesting. So something paranormal going on up there. I mean, figures with the demigod being corrupt and what have you. Yeah, these guys, they hurt. They actually hurt quite a bit. They do. Rocks or whatever, but the other ones not so. The winds. I can feel it now. Feels like minus 40 degrees with it on. Just like home. Wait, it can't be colder. Could be colder than that. Yeah, it can always be colder, you know? Frozen Aster, yeah, I'll take it, why not? Yeah, we find ourselves on the last one, actually. there is no more portals after this one here. Which, once again, interesting. We were so close together before, and now there's none. Which either means we're about to be at the end, or, Etto. We'll see. We will see. Definitely very chilly wind here. Definitely that. And I do spy a cave up ahead. A great sword. There's a god, the Western Winds. Avinia of the Western Winds here. We really didn't make it long. But a special bird. A special bird and more of them to come here as well. Let me sort this out. There we go. Maybe we can carry some more items that way. I mean, at this point, we might as well make it so it all goes automatically into the storage. You know, at this part, right? About this stream that's attracting me, Roman Urdu. But how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Well, your Roman Urdu is being attracted by this stream, is it? Well, would you say it's a good or a bad thing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the caves as well, as we keep climbing onto the top of the world here, apparently. The Aurora Pinnacle. No, wait, there was one. Yeah, it's the last one. The last one before we enter the roof of the world. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, then there's another place down below. Cave entrance. Sola's Prayer. Well, let's look at it, shall we? What do we have? What do we have? Oh, there do I see her. She looks down upon me. She drives the fear from my heart. She melts the frost from my blade. She sees my deeds and will please her. She knows my fate, I will meet her. She bade me to cleanse her hands, and I will heed her. She lights my path, and I will follow. Based. Based. Again, I do like the view from up here. Ah, yeah, here's the chaos. Here they are. Well, might as well smite them all from up here, you know, cast them down. The entire mountain range. Storm rocks, hell yeah, they look cool. A little different again from the icy cold ones that we found so far. And I really like the auroras they're showing here. I really like them. I mean, it's called Aurora Peak, I know, but still, this is fantastic view. Oh yeah. Okay, no, I mean, again, the devs knew what they were doing. And they're catering to me with this. They are. Be even cooler if it was actually kind of like the path we walked up. Would give him bonus points for that one. Like, that alone is already pretty nifty. I'm looking down from a point on way high. All that the Aurora's touch will be used one of these days. Now. Don't be overzealous. You're only gonna get beaten up like that. Come on. Now. So apparently there's this cave entrance. Where does that lead? Where does that one lead? Since... I know. We're just kinda there. Just kinda there. Since, yeah, we're kind of working our way all the way up. And now at the very end, we're, you know, just curious about it, I suppose. Just curious about that one. See where it'll go and what have you. It leads inside. I bet it does here, you know. Treacherous Domain, Glacier-bound Cave. Huh. Treacherous Domain. So I got more health, and they deal slightly more damage. Yeah, Sounds about right. Glacier the Fighter.
Do that yet.
Well, don't defy me. You Chthonian, you. You Chthonian, you. That is fine. There we go. Enemy boss killed. Simple as. Simple as. And we get some cool icy shield from that. I mean, I suppose once again, the only reason to be going in here is to fight that boss, that Ice Chthonian. Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. That is okay. Oh, back up we go. The Aurora Peaks await us. And a potential demigod needs some slaying here. If it does lock us into one of the endings, I will do the unthinkable. And I might actually play this again on Elite difficulty if I cannot change any of the endings. What was that thing flying on the side? Probably the demigod, no? Probably.
That skill's not ready.
Probably. That or some weird, featherless bird. Which doesn't sound like a good bird, to be honest. Very sickly, you know, very sickly that way. Yeah. Lots of feathered birds, however, let me tell you. Lots of those here. Well, where before we, you know, murdered them. Very cool sight. Very cool. Very much like it. However, this mountain is far less savage in nature than I thought it would be, you know. Rick, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hope all is well. Welcome to the Aurora Peak. And this feels like home to me. Apparently there's actually another teleporter up ahead. They just didn't show it on the map. Cheeky. Cheeky. Look at that. I'm doing... It doesn't sound awfully good. Well, hope you are doing well at the very least, you know. Hope you are doing well, or will be doing well if nothing else. And indeed, my prayers have been heard. There is a devotion shrine up ahead. The roof of the world. We're about to enter Sovngarde. How's your day going? Going well! Again, very much liking the DLC. It is all I could have hoped for. I don't like that they kind of shoehorned in the fact that I'd need to do the other DLCs to receive either a different ending or something along those lines. That feels weird. Like it didn't have to be connected to the other DLCs is all I'm saying, right? Like it could have been its own thing. Could have also dropped the DLC requirements, you know, since you need all the other ones to get this here. Not a fan, but outside of that, it's a great time. Absolutely. We've been to space. We're climbing a mountain. Went into meat hell, and now there's Remborn, the Yeti. Well, his frost crystals attack me. Brain fog again today. Ow. Today I sleep so poorly with this heat. Oh yeah, no, I get that, man. I get that. The heat is my bane as well. See this here? This is how I should be living, you know? Nice and cold. And not with the temperatures we've been having, you know? Absolutely not those. That is above my tolerance, you see. Yeah. But I guess I know. I mean, sleep's been a little rough on my side too. Nah, there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more in this place. I wasn't really that thorough. Look, I found the something of Unchained Might. Let me look at you. Why am I dying?
Can't do that yet.
I'm sorry? Why am I dying? So, this bad boy, Grasp of Unchained Mind. Physical damage, trauma, bleeding, attack speed, casting speed, everything is kinda awesome here, yeah. Yeah, I think I will wear those. Makes me look edgier. As well. Unchained Might. All the power within. Is now without. I mean, I won't complain about a bonus attack speed or anything like that either, don't get me wrong. I won't say no. Yeah, there's like little annoying prickly thorns on the floor.
That skill's
And a
not
bunch of boss monsters effectively here. That, you know, we're just gonna have to cast down as all the other ones before them, you know? Not a big deal. In the Rhymespire Cavern. Good stuff though. Hello, mommy. So, inventory wise, I mean, we got space. We got plenty space. We got plenty. It's okay. What we gotta do now is climb to the very peak, to the very top of the world here. Ignoring those electrical, ignoring the zappy rocks here. And of course, I will forget the devotion shrine at the end here too. Just gotta deal with a few yetis for it. Just gotta deal with a few of those. Another legendary Dreadfire. Looking good. Empowered War Chief's Glory. That's me. What do you have? Physical damage goes up, cunning, pierce, bleeding, resistance. Yes, plus one skills from Berserker though. It is so cool, but it's not good for me. I cry. I cry. I hate this. Why would you give me such a fitting item and make it worse than what I have? Oh, why? Such a sick and twisted joke it is. I cry. Well, but I might rejoice at the fact that I can now have the Howl of Mokdragon here. At the very least. Howl of Mokdragon, 20% chance upon a attack. Does bleeding damage to the enemy, increases attack speed, and pets get a bonus. Could have that be on the leap. Could have it on the leap. So we jump into battle, maybe with a little Awuga, and all's gonna be sorted out then. It's so quiet on the mountainous peak here. As then, we meet a ghost with a midwinter necklace. This bird looks forlornly past you, not at you. It says nothing. Something the matter? Or you just had it. This is gone. Do you do something? Like always slowly. Yeah, it's just the necklace they wanted.
Can't do that yet.
Closer to the foot of the mountain. Desecrated husk. That's some of those wides. I see, I see. Lots of undead at the end again, huh? Well, you know me. Can't really deal with them that well, because they don't do that bleeding part. They're not team players when it comes to that. Like of vascular tissue and what have you. And the warders are really annoying. Like, they survive so many blows without taking any damage because of their one buff they have going there. Yeah, it goes away eventually, but still. It lasts for a hot minute. Yulgir's Overlook. Oh. What awaits us in the Overlook? Yeah, here they go again. Here they're going. Yeah, see? I feel like it's just a timed thing. You know, instead of like a fixed number of hits or what have you. So what is this? This is the Overlook itself, isn't it? Again, the whites, at the very least, have the honor to bleed. It was an ultimate pain in the ass to deal with. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. Wolves that ate the sky. At the time of Lufolak, elders among the Kern began to remark that with each passing season the stars in the night grew fewer. The stars could not be relied upon for navigation, for the Kern were fearful that in the time of darkness would claim the heavens. In the Khan's Lufolak journeyed to the highest peak in the roof of the world, climbing until air grew so thin he could barely breathe. There he beheld a terrible sight, great wolves of living shadow prowled among the stars, leaping from light to light, devouring them. He gave chase across the vault of heaven, and 7 knights slew many of the shadow wolves with his bow, as dropped their bodies, burned away in the dark hearts, burst into light, forming new stars. However, the greatest wolf escaped and fled across the sky. The Lufolak pursued it with the very edge of reality. A beast vanished into the dark void beyond sight of the world. The elders say the wolf still steals from the darkness of the void from time to time and swallows a star. This is why the heavens change sadly from age to age. Some say that when the last stars devour the long dark from the days before the first fire will return. The sea shall grow still, the rivers will cease to flow, and the land will grow cold, and all things will pass in eternal darkness. Very Ragnarok inspired, isn't it? Very much so. Little Revenant. Yeah, very Ragnarok coded that one. Well then. Hello, all of you undead people! How may I kill you today? Or, sorry, put you back to rest once more. Yeah, some monstrosities. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. There. And again, the Wanderers, right? Always the same with them. Always the same. And the Life Blaze Mental. What is that bad boy? What do you do? Where are you? There you are. Life Blaze Mantle, alright. Elemental burn, frost burn, damage, electrocute, vitality decay, blah 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 blah. I don't think it's better. It looks okay, but it's not better. Very much a, not my build thing here. Very much not the case. I mean, I guess the trick with the warders is to kill them before they even get to do the whole warding part. Like I failed, for example, here. So we're just like beating the shit out of him, but he's still standing there.
I can't do that yet.
And then there's another cave. So many caves up here in the mountains, so many. The Windwalker's Den. Are we gonna fight John Windwalker? The one we read about? If so, I don't think bleeding's gonna be something I really can do about him. Oh yeah, no, as long as it's not also fairly resistant to physical attacks, we should be fine. So I'm just expecting the guy from the story we read, who like freezes some of those pilgrims and what have you. Unless it's just simply a cave with a bunch of Yetis, you know, that also could be the case. Of course, of course. Very well could just be that. The thing that my pet actually didn't get slaughtered immediately there, when it was fighting alone. Usually it tends to. Agvan the Windwalker. Not what I thought you were. More like a Wendigo. Yeah, more of a Wendigo is what you are. Huh. Hey, I mean, fair enough, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. I know what's about this stream that's attracting me. Well, sounds like you're having a good time. Oh, shit. And I know one thing that is attracting me. It's this beautiful view down there. Truly a sight to behold. It brings a tear to this old warrior's eyes, even though I am not that old of a warrior. Even though it is. Now, I mean, like, Northern Journey, for example, fantastic game, by the way. It did some similar things, too. And, again, the vista was always beautiful. Valria, the Raven, enjoying the view. Greetings, Wanderer! Have you too come to witness the end firsthand? Was that solitude on the mountain that you seek? The end? We live in the end of the days, Wanderer. Look at the skies, one by one the stars are extinguished. Plant your ear against the earth, hear Cairn screaming as she boils. Taste the iron pour in the air. The blood of the dying god has saturated the wind. I will stop it. Doubtful. It is not the place of mortals to weave the tapestry, only to live with a single thread. Are you the author of these? A fellow warden of the eternal truths comes bearing a gift for me. Indeed, I have taken quill to paper to produce these musings. They are my reflection into the beyond where last light fades. About, how do you feel when you read them? Yeah. Oh great, by the way, I'm exploring this game. Hell yeah, how are you liking it? How are you liking it? How are you liking it so far? Hold on. There we go, to this thing. Yeah. Curiosity. Well, curious. If it is only natural for mortals to be curious about what lies beyond the final of nothingness, there's beauty in birth, so there must be beauty when life ceases, but if we cannot think, do we even exist? To fathom such splendor of unmaking, we must first absorb the breadth of that which is. You have given me more to consider, Wanderer. I hope our little exercise of the mind has given you something to digest as well. I'll ponder. Aspect of Beronef, which is that one god, after all, the aspect. Where is he? Where is that thing? Aspect of Beronef. Wherever that thing is you gave me. Wherever it is. I will probably cherish it if I was to ever find it. I'm sure it's pretty cool. Thank you. But yeah, no, the game is fantastic. I like the DLC a lot. Did you just like start out or like very much like ways into the DLC already? Pop. Another Aurora. And some hanging bodies there, tainting the beauty. Well, depending on who you ask, right? Welcome to the pinnacle. The Aurora Pinnacle. Unsurprisingly, right, we would find those Bloodbound here. But we don't worry too much about them. They're pretty easy to take on. They're pretty easy. It's just interesting to see that the undead let them be. Which then again, I guess you can argue that the undead were provoked by them, right? And they were just already up here. Pat's still alive! Pat is still alive. What do you do beside gaming? Any hobbies or activities? Yes, I have hobbies and activities beside that, yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, for example, any of the things that you see on the channel, for example, right, have been made by me. So, like, art in general, like, writing stuff as well. You know, I do appreciate some good old fitness as well, right? Gotta have some of that going. And, yeah. Well, my dogs also take up a good chunk of my time as well at that. So there's that going on, right? So I would like to say a few things. Besides, if I get an excuse to wander up a mountain like this here, I usually take it. I usually take it. So that's kind of what I get going on, I suppose. In terms of the channel, however, right? Like, it's mostly pretty much just gaming. Every now and then, you find the occasional art stream here, maybe, right? But they're not as common as they used to be, as the workflow tends to be better outside of it, right? But once in a blue moon, you might be able to find it. And in other events. Ah, beautiful sight, beautiful sight. I think you can see some of the rivers and lakes in the valley that we've been down there too. Achievement unlocked, top of the world. And I guess I can pass here unless I fulfill the ritual requirement. That is a shame. That is a shame. Really is. Because I was hoping that we'd get to do it anyways, right? We get to do it regardless. A shame indeed. A shame indeed. But we made our way pretty high up here. At the very least, we get to turn in a quest as well. You know, at the very least. Oh yeah, also, I am an absolute sucker for ran fairs and whatnot. We do have some pretty cool... Huh? That's the necklace? Okay, going to Kernhold. Yeah, like, we got some pretty nice ran fairs here in Switzerland, for example. That are very much Roman as well, since we got some of those Roman ruins going about here. Which, very much happy about that too, you know? Pretty cool stuff there. So, you know, there'll be that as well. But, how about yourself? Well, that is, I suppose, our time within the DLC so far, mayhap? Because it seems like we're being forced our way to enter the other places. Draculus. For more money. We can go with the Draculus one, you know, alter the health potion a little bit further. Oh, it's already in use, so I can't have... Okay, I see. Alright, so we got extra spicy healing potion here. And we got a rather interesting mana potion, I suppose you could say. No. Move him. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Any fancy items? We'll just kind of move into the stash as we tend to. It's a cool thing and blood things plus upheaval, but it is a shield, no?
Safe with me.
And I use a two-handed weapon, so I'm afraid I'm not being catered to with that one. So we'll just go ahead, sell a bunch of the things as I miss, and walk past the merchant. Because it's kind of hidden behind the flag. Sunny, it's so... Again, it's so quiet, right? After being up on top of the world. But yeah, this is like the majority of the main story of this DLC here. However, there's still so many more secrets to go about. Midwinter necklace, yeah, that's the one we need to turn in. I don't know who we're turning it into. But someone wants that necklace. Someone does. One of the people here in Kernhold demands the necklace. Someone out here wants it. I might not know who, but someone does. And I'll find that person one of these days. Is it you? No. Is it you? No. Is it any of you? No. Alright. Well. Shit. Well, I suppose that is a no. I guess, nah. However, I wish to use the altar. This is the... God, this is like a whole nother mechanic they're slapping you with here as well, right? Ether crystals, missives, ascension altar, so what does this mean? Like, what am I looking at here? Monster bonuses, loot bonuses, replenished troves can appear. More HP, offensive ability, or damage, or bits drop. Huh. Health to minions. Damage to all damage to minions. To all damage. More health. And this. Episodes can appear. Resplendent troves can appear. More bits dropped. More chance for Tempest totems. Right, so Ascension Ultra would be basically making it harder for me. It gives you bonuses and even more bonuses to enemies. Yeah, I see. I suppose there's more damage. Chance of physical items. Chaos items. Fire items. Pet items. Pierce items. Ether items. Vitality items. Old items. Lightning items. Acid and poison items. I guess physical would be ours. So this is the side of this is just very basic. More XP gain. I mean, more reputation gain. They do more damage with okay. And now what? So it just kinda exists now, right? Or no. So say I do this, right? I offer. There's bleed items there? Yeah, I would imagine with the right? Because that's chaos. Oh. No, it's the seal. The seal is specifically what we need. Okay. Say I offer this. 50% more rep, 60% more XP. Do step to Ascension. Okay. Right, now it's basically everybody hurts me plenty. And they have more health. What's this? What's this? You're a Runekeeper. I don't know what I'm looking at. Ascend the item. So... Soul Fragment and Celestial Lotus. Okay. Same thing here. Same thing here. And same thing here, right? So, okay. Oh yeah, no, I'm probably gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. 100%. Let's be real. I'm so fucking dead. Right? It's so Jover. Like that 120% damage is gonna mega kill me. I'm gonna get mega murdered. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get mega murdered. Oh hell yeah, I am. So what is this like? Basically a is this effectively a just global modifier on everything that's going on in the world, or am I missing something? Like, could be, right? Could be. Since, I feel like I'm missing something, no? I feel like I am. I think I'm missing something, no? I know. Like, this is the green flag here. If I'm not. So they seem to have a lot of stuff to do with Celestials, and we need something Celestial there. Runekeeper, and yeah, you are Spirit Guide, and that be that. Squid's Eyes. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much made it for the majority of this place here, right? Like, it's quite a lot with the springs, the Dread Wastes, and what have ya. From Kernhold. Very well, very well. One area I wanted to check out again, if it was to be different at all, is up here. I want to take a little look-see. I want to take a little look. Because, you know, we got all of this ice over here, right? So clearly something that needs to be done with that ice. Or about that ice. Per veteran has HP and some bosses can still watch them with some stack. I mean, yeah, I get that, but like, what is again, I take it's like a global modifier in that case, no? If I'm not mistaken. Like just the world itself becoming more dangerous as a whole. Interesting little place up here. Huh. I was almost expecting... I was half expecting them to, like, throw some lore at me here. Is what I was half expecting. Very well, very well. Keep your secrets, game. Keep your secrets. Little fox over there. And yeah, just returning to here. It's more deadly now? Okay, okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. Just little rivers. But yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, if it be so, I suppose now. Can you tell me the rough location of where that one wacky faction is apparently that is oh so secretive? Because, like, I don't know, it feels like I should be able to go into this place here somehow. And obviously, once I go past the ice barrier, to go to Crusul Crags and what I imagine most likely the roguelike dungeon probably over there. You can? I can get past her? Or yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, like which teleporter would be like the closest one perhaps. Yeah, like Crucial, blah blah blah. Because again, I would very much imagine you can go there, and you say I can, so... Oh. Oh. Yo. If anything, it'd be probably the Vodal River that would, like, lead you there. To this, but... Looking at the map, since the Vodal River is effectively... Hold on, let me turn it around, it confuses me otherwise. Yeah, Vodal River is effectively this place down here. But looking at it like this here, there's no obvious connection, at least, right? Might be a very non-obvious way, however. Like, say if I was to go in here, maybe just like a little hidden place, right? We can't melt the ice yet. Fair? Fair. Fair enough. If nothing else, we can find it together here, right? After all. But... yeah, I imagine it has something to do with that faction that Briso mentioned. Other than that... what else? What else? Yeah, other than that, all we have left is basically go to Ukenbog and or the Corvin Basin and find like the items to actually beat the DLC, which I still think is a little dumb. I genuinely think you could have done without those items. I think you could have totally done without them. At the very least, Corvin Basin has a Lost Oasis, which I think is really cool. The Tomb of the Heretic. I think the Tomb of the Heretic is really badass. But yeah, most of the DLC is kinda meh. Like, this is definitely one of the places we can go through in one sitting. Like, one stream, all of the old gods here. Here's a favorite faction, no game / map progress at all. Right, right. And they are at... so they're just like a flavor thing then, gotcha. Like the Raven people or something, maybe? I thought it would be like an actual faction that you mentioned it. This is so good. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for you. That's what I said, like, what is the closest rift gate to it? Yeah. That's what I'm on about. Even if it's just flavor, I think it could be a cool thing, right? Since, yeah, the other thing, you're on the correct map. So the closest one would be the Guardian Sorrow thing then? Okay. If this is the closest one. Eh. Eh. Yeah. So like somewhere around the basin in that case, no? Since I don't think Guardian Sorrow itself proper had anything going, but I'll just double check in that case. The closest is Guardian Sorrow, right. Let me just check past the thorn bushes and what have ya, you know? Just making 100% certain there's nothing. Yeah, the only thing here is the river that we can look at. That's all that was. So yeah, I take it somewhere around the spring in that case. You were on the correct map. Huh? I getcha. Hey, what about that lady? She wanted me to kill that one raven, right? You lost Lowlander? Was I search for the Evernight? Willow Spring, perhaps Northern Ridge. To think I actually didn't get that bird. You know, to think I didn't. Ah. Oh, there is some dark specks in there. And we're about to reach level 60 also. Going to the right side. Okay, hold on. Bird. Okay, this is them dealing way more damage now, I'd say. On the right hand side. It's like around here-ish. Since there's like that little place on top, but there wasn't really too much. Also shit, because it is also hidden behind secret wall. Ah! Okay. There's a bottom, appear, keep on a wall. Right. Okay. Right. Well, I'm just hugging the right side. I'm hugging the right side here so far. I just keep on hugging it. There's a bit of water, but it's too deep. I don't know how to swim. So I guess it's not this just yet here, right? Yeah, this is where the goblin people were. Or used to be. The little almost cave. I feel like I'm too far now. I think I'm too far here. You see the place at the bottom. Appear, keep to the wall. Okay. Very well. I'm not seeing anything yet. Yeah, I'm just going for the right side. Lots of that mammoth carcasses, and then there's the Udo Spring Rift itself. Which means I'd be more than likely too far. Huh. That thing in the middle was simply a pit. Yeah, just a little hole in the floor. Yeah, because that's... Yeah, and they have those current shrines as well, right? You have those here. All for our Frozen Aster. Yippee! Huh. I guess you specifically need those Frozen Asters to fix those shrines? Because that again begs the question, and what happens if I cure all of them, right? That's the other one. Yeah, I know it is. But like, I had them before, and I don't think I was able to do that. At least when I checked the shrine. I just didn't have it. Maybe I had to turn it in for a quest or a shrine. But I know what the Frozen Asters are. Yeah, no idea here. So I imagine it's somewhere like on the sides. I know it's on the left right now. I know. But I mean, this little ridge, you know, this little ridge, and it looks like there could be something, so I went to check again on it. Huh. Deep water on the right side. Like the one here-ish? Or here-ish? Wait, or here-ish? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I imagine you meant down one. Since, like, the one where I said I couldn't swim through. Or down? Like, not in the springs, you mean? So how does spring set? Like, this is the closest one here. If we talk about in the spring. Because then there's the river. Alright, that one? Okay, okay.
That skill's not ready.
Skill doesn't have to be ready, don't worry. Okay, so I make my way back up there. Alright, alright. Well, let's see what it's gonna be. Oh, through here? Fuck, dude. Yeah, of course it was through here. I almost had it. I almost had it. I was so close yet so far at the same time there, wasn't I? Yeah, purple feathers lie here. I was so close yet so far. Oh, there's a carcass, and I'm probably gonna end as another one of those now. Hippo Raven. The Sky Hat, place that bait. Evernight. The Hippo Raven. There we go. Slaver Knight, the Hippo Raven Menace. One is to worry about. The Miasma Hood. Empowered Miasma Hood. Don't need it. Cool to have. And shoulder armor that gives more bleeding damage, but it's actually way worse. Hold up. Yeah. South. Got it, got it. South. Well, cool to see about a Raven location here. It was fairly well hidden. Genuinely was. And when the text appeared for the first time on my screen, I couldn't really read it too well because I was in the middle of a fight, if I remember correctly there. So there wasn't that much. So south, right? South somewhere. Somewhere in the south. So let's make sure that north is gonna be in our back. South. I mean, we can go pretty down south. At the very least, Hippo Raven has been dealt with, so I can quickly turn in that quest as well. So appreciate that help, thank you, thank you. Yeah, there she is. Hello, smoochies please, thank you.
I can recognize a kindred.
Enjoy the fruit of the hunt. And yeah, you just gave me some stuff. However, more importantly, big ol' level up. Big ol' level up. Unlocking Oak Skin, which, you know, could be okay. Pierce and Ether resistance, some retaliation damage, I suppose, whatever. I might just get rid of you. Might just get rid of this one. Maybe I'll even get rid of this temporarily. Or maybe nerf some stuff here. So I can maybe get the Primal Spirit. How to get into... Yeah, the castle! Right, like, there's the castle. So, points of interest. This is a point of interest to me. Then there's the castle with a underway passage that needs exploding, but... Oh. Something, something, something. And then on top of the mountain, there was a secret passage covered in ice as well. So, whatever it is that happens to be there, either it's the same thing that you need to pass through the ice over there, what have you, but definitely stands out. Definitely stands out to some degree there. So yeah, it was like one of those secret areas, effectively. Right, yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. That is something I'm keen on finding out. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? After the bunny. That's the thing. I mean, guys, if you want to, if you were to be a little wacky like that, we could try and do tomorrow some Grim Dawning instead. After Vintage Story or what have you. Though tomorrow's stream will have to start a little early because I have to go places later in the day. So there's that. Would have to leave places. Not sure, man. They are well hidden, but maybe. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Now hold on. I think I caused death to a bunny again. A very serene elk. Now hold up. I found a rock. Anything else? Huh. If we go further down. GG. Say that, but... Hold on. Wait, up here? No, that's where we came from. No, wait, no, it's not. No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Waterfall. Waterfall entrance. Okay, okay. Elder Vale. Huh. Elder Vale. Balls. Bird! So it is a bird.
What enters my
As affection.
Can't they leave this
Oh, killed by accident? Okay.
in peace?
Her knock.
This one does not know. Fair, fair. Noctukari is old friend of Cairn. Hronak is what my kind are named.
I killed many of your kind, by the way.
Time is
This is
past.
what you should know.
We must gracefully fade into Cairn's weave.
We read the book. We know that their species is like disintegrating.
Noctukari's time yet. Hronak were created long
You're too angry
ago
on what
by
everything?
the
What would I get angry?
We cannot make more
What would I?
Hronak as you humans do. So
Oh.
our numbers have dwindled over the ages. Some Hronak resist their natural order, and
They do,
submit
they do.
to the dying
Those are red.
god.
Your eyes are brown. We're gonna give you up. And we're gonna let you down.
The Maker's design.
The blue.
The core
There's a blue.
Hronak are deceivers
How you doing, Sky Fox?
who have twisted our
How you doing?
ancient calling, and now bring only ruin. One
Yeah.
cannot accept the gifts of the dying.
Just a curious traveler.
How does it find the Noctukari?
Chest and orb and the Q he gives. Alright, alright.
This one is clever and different. Tell us, how long have you
The veil
kept
beneath.
Yes.
Yes!
You reek of the
Uh-huh.
Makers. The veil breath is upon you. You have been touched.
I'm doing well.
by
Doing well
the
myself.
Aether.
So when ethereal, yes, but no longer.
Noctukari sees you speak true. The Maker has long fled. This fascinates us, yes. Young
Let me stay. Can I ask you something?
Noctukari
Uh-huh,
knows many things.
Mention the call her knock warden. Can you tell me about her knock? Can you tell me about better enough? What can you tell me about Caphone? Yeah, what can you tell me about him? The Sasquatch with the Elder One's progeny stole his mantle and crowned himself Master of Creation. Discarding the arriving void, the progenitor could neither live nor die, only feel the infinite anguish and countless mortals given life within the divine blood. With this true name lost to eons, dying god has become that which travels below creation, Caphone. For millennia, Caphone writhed in the darkness seeking to reclaim what was stolen. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and then yeah, there's the Raider chest. Huh. Okay. So you said not to ask about those things, or below all? Oh. We go for Noctcraft. The art has lost a current, but Noctunari has kept it maintained. In order to make use of the Forge, new tools of war, if it has the path you choose, for Nock understands destruction is sometimes a necessary part of creation. Well, that's war is necessary to bring balance. So you are here to craft, but you are very particular about what you craft. Of course. Of course. Mythical turns into... Ah! So I can turn the sword, if it's mythical, with enough ashes and arcane sparks into just an enhanced version of it, can I? I have the Glaive of the Black Blood, just not mythical, so I can make it just a better version of it in that case. Same with these, and same with the armors I take. Interesting. And same with the rings as well. Frozen Aster turns into an aspect of Baronef. And Soul Echo turns into a Soul Fragment. Okay. Okay.
Come and listen close. Can you hear them?
Okay. Have to speak on everything. Okay.
The aberrant eldritch swarm the Corvan
Of course. Corvan Basin, yeah.
to the east. They are an affront to the natural.
Sure.
Bring hope to the eldritch or abomination.
Okay, it just wants me to fight the Eldritch Abominations. And this is simply the trader. So, yeah, it's basically better vials down there for the potion crafting. Permafrost, okay. And then even further, better vials. And even better vials. Yeah, Mars for second recharge would be kind of nice, honestly. You can spam it way more then. Icebreaker, this thing. Chromatocorum. Potion-based potency bank. Okay, okay. Primordius. For the second duration, protection from deadly environmental contagions. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Potion buff nearby allies instead of the user. Okay. Potency but base properties are disabled. Interesting. And a bunch of like different rings. I mean, it is a very much functional faction, not like just flavor like you said. It is very much a functional one. Mandate of Noctari. Since your representative can be placed on transfer stash on any other character does not stack with writs. Fair. Band of the Merciless, bleeding damage as well. Cool stuff! Cool stuff. What does it say about him here? And, okay, this time I clicked the right thing. Okutari. Yeah, the Hernak is a relic of bygone era, a long-lived people. Reputation gained from quests pretty much only. As few remain of this world, the Hernak succumb to despair and now strive to bring about the end of the days, firmly convinced that Karen is sick and desperate need to present her to God's gaze. As for Hernak are vile and withered echo of the former selves. Okay. Alright. Alright, cool. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like. But yeah, he also wants us to go to the DLC effectively here. Functionality, good luck with quest and reputation. I mean, yeah, but like, it is functional. On paper, it is very much functional. I mean, that's like the thing, right? Then next time we play Grim Dawn, I suppose we'll find ourselves inside of the desert of the Forgotten Gods here. Since we very well can do this whole DLC in just one sitting. It's not that big of a DLC, to be fair. It's really not that big of one. So that is definitely a place we can get done in one go. And I know I did it before. But yeah, Ashes of Melmoth might be a two-parter, though. We should be fine to do it in just one go as well. You know, we should be fine. Hey.
The oracles of Drieg spoke
of
your
portal.
arrival. They're mad.
Yeah, that's for some other time, there. As well. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that is some of the stuff we can do, like, later on as well here. Oh yeah, Forgotten Gods, I suppose, will be next, you know, going from... you know, going from the beauty of the north here. That we also indulged into, going to, like, you know, the desert. To get the DLC done as a little longer. Not really, no. No, I very much disagree, seeing that I did do this DLC in one sitting. So it's not like I never did them. You gotta understand, I did them a few times, so I know what I'm on about. You know, I know what I'm on about. So like, I'm telling you, this is one sitting here. This is one. It's not really that big. Like if we talk a stream, if I do a stream like this here, absolutely one sitting. You could also say like, yeah, Asterkarn is gonna take you longer, but I also did it all in just one sitting and it looks way bigger as well. Sure, I say I did it. Technically they forced me to do the other DLCs, which still has a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth here, but still, Battle Pit is now Zombie Pit, hell. And Melmoth is a bit longer, it is, but, you know, depending on how much we do, right? Like if we just go for the story here, it should be fine. They do have some cool lore as well, especially in Melmoth itself. But, I mean, like, this part is fairly straightforward and easy. And Melmoth itself has a lot going on, but doable. And then there's Port Valberry. Oh, because I have tendencies to look in every corner, that's how I found that faction. I mean, I also look in every corner and I still haven't found that faction. Like, I was thorough with the DLC, you know? So, again, same here. But yeah, I think, yeah, you know, it's pretty dark outside, as you can see here. It's pretty dark. Yeah, I thought we're probably gonna call the stream here, you know, since it is time, you know. It is time. Let me play some Quasimorph OST here real quick. Tomorrow, by the way, everyone, tomorrow. Technically Vintage Story, I'll have to see how and when and how and where, right? I'll have to see about it, as I will have to leave throughout the day, so it might be either a early stream or just a short one, depending on when I actually get home to be able to do pretty much anything, right? So that is to be seen. But for the most part, it'll be fine. You know, should be fine. We'll just have to see. But yeah, other than that, the day after. So on Thursday, I want to do some warcrafting. And yeah, then more Quasimorph. And on Saturday, we could do some more Guild Wars. Yes, that's right, Guild Wars. Grim Dawn. I didn't know why I was thinking of Guild Wars. Grim Dawn. We can do Grim Dawn's Forgotten God DLC then on Saturday. We could do that. But, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If, again, if any of you would like to hang out in the Discord, we have game nights, movie nights, and all of that. Caps on as well, as you can see, accidentally. Again, if any of you want to play Grim Dawn, let me know as well, you know? Just ping me in the Discord. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We can just do that, you know? And all is well. And, yeah. Let's see whom we could even raid out onto. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got today. I consult the oracle. It's way safer now. I hope it is. I hope it is. Let's see. Whomst can we go for? We could. Who to go for? We can go... Okay, I gotcha here. With Raid! There's Meku. We're currently playing some Project Zomboid, which is a good time too. I know the new build has come out. I will probably not be checking it out myself just yet. But it is a good time nonetheless, so we're gonna swing by and say hi. Thank you very much for enjoying Asterkarn with me. It was quite a pleasure. And again, probably Saturday with more Grim Dawn. Alright guys? I'll see you tomorrow with a Vintage Story stream. Again, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be the usual time it'll start, just, you know, shorter. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Till then everyone, take care and bye-bye.